My music didn't stop playing. Why did my music stop playing? Damn it! Thought I fixed that. God damn it. Okay, I'll fix that now. Hi. How's it going? Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Okay. No, that restart the music. Okay, now we can never, ever, ever have a day where stuff just works. That's just not allowed. It's not allowed. You can't have stuff just work. Why would stuff just work when you're streaming? Why? Ever? What? No. Nope. Just never gonna happen. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Here we go. Swap over to my main screen. Got my headphones on today because my hair looks ridiculous. I'm trying to hide it. But my fringe is not helping out. So, it's gonna look just as ridiculous, I guess. God damn it. Also, my hay fever is acting up, which is also fun. So, hopefully, my hay fever tablets I took like 5 minutes ago kick in at some point, and I don't hate the rest of this stream, but I'm very doubtful. So, let's just see how it goes. Also, I want to address a couple of things before we actually get into the LFS-y stuff. First of those things is, LFS takes a long time. Did you know that? Yes. Now, anyone who's saying, oh, it takes a long time as if that's a problem. Literally, the whole, like, I run a YouTube channel. It being a long time isn't a bad thing. That just gives me more and more. Audio's desynced? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Are we good now? We should be good now. Let me know. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna take us a while. I don't know how a while, but a while. Judging by the series that Cyan Yan did on LFS, at least 26 hours. So, I'm predicting at least 10, maybe 9 or 10 streams is my prediction. I don't know how quickly Cyan was going through it though, so we'll see how that goes. It's good now? Audio good? Audio good? Okay, cool. You can use my name as a swear word if you get really frustrated. No, I'm not saying your name just because, just for that. My hair looks ridiculous. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was the main concern. Just make your own package manager. No, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through LFS as LFS tells us to go through it. One of the nice things about LFS is it is very, very well documented. So we're going to be going basically from the start and doing... Will you make your own package manager? No, I'm not insane. Wow, you know Cyan. Nice. Yes, will we stream together and like do a podcast together? So anyway, yes. VirtualBox. Here we go. Someone's gonna complain about me using VirtualBox, and I don't care because I like VirtualBox. And if you don't like that, that's fine. That you can watch someone else's stream who doesn't use VirtualBox. Also, we're gonna be doing this built on top of Arch, just because I happen to have an Arch system lying around. No reason. I could do it on Gentoo. I could do it on Debian or Ubuntu. It doesn't actually matter. Someone's going to say don't do it on Ubuntu. Ubuntu's fine if you fix Ubuntu. It's just stock Ubuntu probably won't work too well. Do it on real hardware. No, I don't want to accidentally break something and ruin my main system, which would be a problem. What init are you going to use? I heard sysd is easier. We are so far away from doing inits, I'm not even going to consider that a thing to think about. Why am I... That's a good point. Why am I not using Can you do it on Windows Subsystem for Linux? Maybe you could, actually. I don't know. Anyway. Also, just because I know you guys are going to love this, I picked a graphical environment that all of you guys love. It's well beloved on my channel. I'm sure everyone's going to have a great time looking at this the entire time. Whenever it decides to load, because it is a big one. It's a big one that is going to annoy people. We're going to be using GNOME the entire time. And I hope that makes you happy. How do you full screen... How do you full screen this thing? I don't remember. Yes. Okay, there we go. Cool. Yo, GNOME is cool. Yeah, I wanted to have some sort of graphical environment. I could have done XFCE or, like, anything else, but I picked GNOME just because I knew it would annoy people. That was my entire reason for doing GNOME. I can't be more disappointed. Oh, I'm sure you could be. I can make you more disappointed. We could use like an old version of GNOME. Not LFS rate. What is it? Live for speed. Sure. Okay, whatever. Okay, maybe we should look up Linux from scratch. Linux from scratch. There we go. Vanilla GNOME is good, but the ones shipped with distros are heavily bloated. Okay, fair enough. Well, as I said, I'm doing this on Arch, so like this is vanilla GNOME. Is there a way to full screen? Apparently you can do that to full screen. I've never used GNOME. I've actually literally never used GNOME before, so I have no idea. Probably shouldn't be. It's fine to be full screen for now. When we get to other stuff, then we'll deal with that then. 2 versions of the LFS book are available for viewing online. The stable release book and the daily rendered development book. We should probably go with the stable release. Oh, you can probably hear my dog barking. That's fine. What knit system do you plan on using? I have no idea, because we're like 6 streams away from a knit systems. That's not a thing to worry about right now. Let's go stable. I guess we'll get to the stable LFS errata stuff at some point, but like, who cares about security? Anyway, I don't know if there's anything exciting to read in the preface. Probably not. How do you do anything in GNOME? It's just so broken. I don't know. I've got a web browser open. That seems fine. Write your own init system. You write your own init system. This is just explaining what LFS is, the audience. There are many reasons why you might want to read this book. One of the questions many people raise is, why go through all the hassle of manually building Linux from scratch when you just download an existing one for content on YouTube? That's exactly why. One important reason for this project's existence is to help learn how a Linux system works from the inside out. Building an LFS system helps demonstrate what makes Linux tick and how things work together and depend on each other. One of the best things that this learning experience can provide is the ability to customize Linux system to suit your own unique needs. I like how the author of this is actually taking LFS as like a serious option to like build a system. Have you watched the Squid Game? I have not. I keep hearing it's good though, but I've not watched it myself. Another key benefit of LFS is it allows you to have more control of your system. This dude's actually taking LFS. I love the author. Bless his heart, but like no one's actually building LFS as like a genuine way to run their system. Is there BSD from scratch? I have no idea. How many cores does this VM have? 6. LFS allows you to create your own compact Linux systems. When installing regular distribution, you're often forced to install a great many programs which are probably never used or understood. These programs waste resources. This is true. Do Gentoo instead then. You may argue that with today's hard drive and CPU, such resources are no longer a consideration. Sometimes, however, they are still constrained by size considerations, if nothing else. Think about bootable CDs, USB sticks, and embedded systems. Those are where LFS can be beneficial. I'm considering unironically using LFS. Let's bring LFS to 1% on the Steam hardware survey. Another advantage of a custom-built Linux system is security. By compiling the entire system source code, okay, so this is the reason why you would use Gentoo as well. I see you are following the path of Cyan. Well, I sort of convinced Cyan to also do Gentoo, so wait for her to do that. She's been meaning to do it for a while, but I've convinced her it's actually not that difficult. So I expect Cyan to do that one as well. And I thought only Arch and Gentoo were meme distros. Man, you've not heard of Hannah Montana Linux then. The goal of Linux from scratch is to build a complete and usable foundation level system. If you do not wish to build your own Linux system from scratch, you may nevertheless benefit from the information in this book. Bro, it's kind of sad that you're doing LFS for using any BSD system. Hey, maybe we'll take a break halfway through this and we'll do BSD at some point. I don't know. This will take, as I said, this is going to take a while. It's going to take us like 3 months. Yeah, so it's going to take us a while. There are too many other good reasons to build your own LFS system to list them all here. In the end, education is by far the most powerful reason. As you continue in your LFS experience, you will discover the power that information and knowledge truly bring. Okay, cool. Manjaro with 4 cores and 4 gigs of RAM and VM can still feel slow. We are building on x86. Yep, nothing special here. For building LFS, the gain of building a 64-bit system compared to a 32-bit is minimal. For example, in a test build of LFS on a i7-4790. Jesus Christ, some of this was written a while ago. Wow. That's what, like 7 generations of Intel CPUs ago? Jesus Christ. Prerequisites. Okay. Building an LFS system is not a simple task. I don't believe you. It requires a certain level of existing knowledge of Unix system administration in order to resolve problems and correctly execute the commands listed. In particular, as an absolute minimum, you should already have the ability to use the command line to copy or move files and directories. Okay, I know how to do that. Cool. List directory and file content. Okay, I can do that. And change the current directory. So, you know how to do cp, mv, ls, less, and cd. Okay, if you know those commands, you should be able to do LFS. I have a Gen 3 i5. That's, Ivy Bridge? Ivy Bridge. 4th Gen's Haswell, yes? No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that this was written a while ago. Before building an LFS system, we recommend reading the following. This is a comprehensive guide to building and installing generic Unix software packages under Linux. Although it was written some time ago, it was still good. Who cares? I don't care. I will get back to that later. i5-6500 solid CPU for me. The structure of LFS follows Linux standards as close as possible. The primary standards are those ones. Okay. I'm not going to read all of those standards. Packages supplied by LFS need to satisfy the LSB requirements. Okay, nothing too exciting. Knit was been... Yeah, no, if you do that, your system will, it will freak out and kill itself instantly. Because as soon as that program finishes running, your init system has died, and now that your init system has died, the kernel doesn't know what to do and it panics. Yeah, don't do that. Use bash, though. Setting bash to your init system does get some fun stuff. Okay, this is just why you want to use, or why they're using certain packages. I guess, theoretically, we should read this if we're trying to learn. This basically just explains, like, what each of these programs actually does. But nothing super exciting in here from what I can see. I thought it said GIMP for a second. No, it's GMP. Imagine installing GIMP as a base system. Thank you for the follow. Typography. Fish is the default shell just for DT. Well, look, here we go. I'm actually building my own operating system, unlike DT, where DT just made like a custom Arch ISO. Or is it a build script? I don't remember exactly what it was. To make things easier to follow, there are a few typographical conventions used throughout this book. Okay, so this is just how you write the book out. This form of text is designed to be typed exactly as seen, otherwise noted in the surrounding text. It also used explanation sections to identify which of the commands being referenced. In some cases, a logical line... Okay, yeah, the line breaks, cool. Otherwise... Note the backslash must be followed by an immediate return, otherwise... Yep, sure. So it explains how that works. Sure, that's fine. Yo, Sebastian, how you doing? This is just... There's nothing too crazy with the way they've sort of structured the book. Did you see the LTT WAN show today? No, I saw the thumbnail and I saw they're in a new studio, which is cool. We don't need to care about security stuff for a very, very, very long time. Anyway, Chapter 1. I should probably open up a terminal, shouldn't I? Yes. How do I do that? How do I do... Why did I use GNOME? Yeah, it's just... There we go. That'll work. Sure. Why not? Make that bigger. That's... Wait, wrong button. Make that bigger. And then... Is it that? Yeah, there we go. That's what we were trying to do. Okay, we'll make that smaller and... GNOME shell? Why? What? Okay, whatever. Whatever. The GNOME shell's garbage, if you couldn't tell. Use dark read in my eyes. Can you even install extensions on Epiphany? I don't even know. I don't use Epiphany. Control L. Oh yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, of course it is. The LFS system we built. Is this big enough, by the way? If it needs to be, like, if it's big enough, that's fine. I can make it smaller. Yeah, we're using GNOME. The LFS system we built using an already installed Linux distribution such as Debian, Open, whatever, Mandriva? Big enough? Big enough? Okay, cool. Awesome. This existing Linux system, the host, we used as a starting point. Oh, one other thing. I actually do have a separate hard drive mounted to this VM. So we're building it on this one. I just want to make... I didn't want to, like, have to, like, deal with resizing partitions or anything like that. So I just attached a new hard drive. Just to make my life considerably easier. So this will be used as a starting point to provide necessary programs, including a compiler, linker, and shell to build the new system. You gone all blurry? Oh, did my camera just unfocus? Why GNOME? To piss people off that don't like GNOME. That's why. Select the development option during the distribution installation to be able to access these tools. Okay. That's just talking about setting that up. You may use a live CD, sure. Okay, so that just explains what each chapter does. What's new since last time? Okay, it's just updating packages they've did. And you didn't remove anything. I love GNOME. I love GNOME because it annoys people who have a seething hatred for GNOME. Don't care about that. Resources, that's FAQ, mailing list, all that sort of stuff. Hey, look, they've moved over to LiberaChat. Like everybody else has. I don't like GNOME, but it's not bad. Outside of this, I don't use GNOME. If you see me get very confused about how to do anything in GNOME, that's going to be why, because I don't know how to use GNOME. Both the screen and output and the contents verifiers are useful in determining the cause compilation problems. The screen output from the configure script and the make run can be helpful. It is not necessary to include the entire output. Oh, so it's just telling you how to... Okay, that's just telling you how to do how to ask someone a question. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. Okay, so in this chapter, the host tools needed for building LFS are checked and, if necessary, installed. Then a partition which will host the LFS system is prepared. We will create the partition itself, create a file system on it, and then mount it. In your file, wait, I saw in your files that you use both Awesome and BSWM. Which one would you recommend if moving from DWM? Awesome, honestly, is the easiest window manager that I've ever tried. Like, Awesome is amazing. I configured a little bit, and I'm basically just running it stock. Free node dead, pretty much. Okay, so these are the things we need to have. Your host system should have the following with minimum versions. Okay. This should not be an issue for most modern Linux distributions. Yeah, we're not running a version of Arch from like 7 years ago. Minimum kernel, 3.2. I think we'll be good. You know, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're good on the kernel version, if nothing else. Okay. Important note, the symlinks mentioned above are required to build an LFS system using the instructions contained within this book. Symlinks that point to other software such as Dash, Mork, etc. may work, but are not tested or supported by the LFS development team and may require either deviation from the instructions or additional patches to some packages. Okay. To see whether your host system has the appropriate version and the ability to compile programs, run the following. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this section. There we go. Cool. Copy this. Nano? I don't have Nano installed. Vim. Shit, I don't have a register. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna sudo pacman nano. Just keep myself sane. Just because just so I don't have to go and fix up Vim so I can copy stuff. There we go. I think it's the one time you need to do anything like this anyway. Please, you get... Well, luckily we don't actually need to install anything on here, because my I guess my repos are broken on here. That's cool. Who cares? They're working last time, so I don't know why they broke now. But yeah, GNOME has an editor, of course. And let's hope we don't have to install anything, and then we'll be good. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, now we're good. Okay, cool. But we could have just used this anyway. We're in GNOME, so we might as well use GNOME stuff. How do I save it? Save? Yes, there we go. Let's call this test. We'll just call it test. Yeah, sure, why not? Save. Update, bro. Man, I'm in a VM. I don't care. This is gonna get ugly real quickly. Well, I've got everything installed that I need anyway, so it's not a big deal. Yay, that color coding. It's great, isn't it? Did my... Okay, there we go. GNOME was just being dumb. Please use global dark theme. This is killing us. Nah, she was right. Chmod plus X test. You know, calling that test is really not a good idea. MV test, LFS, because there's a program called test. Let's not do that. Now, there we go. That's much better. Now we won't break the system. Okie dokie. Let's have a look-see then. How do I full screen? That one. There we go. Okie doke. Is there anything not working? That is pointing to bash, as it should be. Okie doke. Let's scroll up a bit to make sure everything's good. Pointing to bash. Shouldn't be a problem here. Bison 3.8. bzip. Yep. Core utils. Yep. Diff. Yep. Find. Yep. On the off chance that I'm only checking this on the off chance that something's not set up properly. But I really doubt it on this, considering how long ago a lot of stuff was written. There's nothing wrong with reading a document in light mode. Yeah, I don't know why you want me to turn, like, a document into dark mode. But it's nighttime. Just, like, put some orange filter over your eyes. Like, get some orange cellophane. Yeah, that's fine. grep, sure. gzip, yep. 15.9, yep. M4, yep. Make, yep. Patch, yep. Perl. Wait, Perl? Wait, hold up. Perl is that, wait, is that an older? Oh, sorry, no, that they just number it weirdly. Okay, no, I'm done. Ignore me. Yes, Brodie, 34 is bigger than 8. Jesus Christ. Said, yep. Tar, yup. Text info 6.8, yep. XZ, yup. G++ compilation. Okay, good. Dark mode, please. I'm literally in Epiphany. There's no dark mode here. This is not a thing. This is a shit browser. Control Shift I and edit BG color. Do you not look at web pages in light mode? Like, do you not look at light mode? Do you not look at white web pages? You'll get over it. Look, okay, you want to be annoying like that? Okay, sure. Here we go. How do I do this? How does this shitty terminal work? No, where is it? How the fuck do I... There we go, that one. There. Just to make it even better for you. That's what you get for complaining. LFS is designed to be built in one session. That is, the instructions assume the system will not be shut down during the process. The seething dark mode fans are very funny. I don't get it. Like, I use dark mode and everything, but like, I don't hate I don't hate, like, just, like, the color white. You'll be okay. That does not mean the system has to be done in one sitting. The issue is that certain procedures have to reaccomplish after a reboot if presuming LFS at different points. Dislike. That's fine. Let's see. Chapters 1 to 4. I know, this is great. I love pissing off the hardcore dark mode guys. These chapters are accomplished on the host system. When restarting, be careful of the following. Procedures done as the root user after section 2.4 need to have the LFS environment variable set for the root user. Okay. Wear my cringe hoodie. It's warm here. I don't want to. Also, my cringe shirt is in the wash, so like, it's spring here. I'm not putting on a hoodie I'm not putting on a hoodie just because someone in chat tells me to put a hoodie on. Chapters 5 to 6, the MNT LFS petition must be mounted. Okay. These two chapters must be done as user LFS. A SU-LFS needs to be done before any task in these chapters. Failing to do that, you are at risk of installing packages to the host and potentially rendering it unusable. Put in the cringe cat ears instead. I could do that. It's currently 27. Jesus Christ. It's the middle of the night here. I'm not excited for 27 degrees at night. I think it's like 15, 16 degrees here. Let's see. I'm in Sydney. Oh, gee. Okay. Yeah, no. Adelaide isn't that bad right now. The procedures and general compilation instructions are critical. If there is any doubt about installing a package, ensure any previous... Oh god, no. Ensure any previously expanded tables are removed. Then re-extract the package files and complete the instructions in that section. So if I screw something up with the installation, I just reinstall it. Fair enough. Yep, that must be mounted, of course. A few operations from changing ownership to entering the root environment must be done as the root user with the LFS environment variable set for the root user. We'll deal with this stuff when we get to it. It's almost 9 p.m. Yeah, it's 8:30 p.m. here. When entering to root, the LFS environment... Sure, okay. I'll just have to make sure I do... We'll probably get through I don't know how many chapters we'll get through today, but we'll probably get to chapter 4. I know the early stuff doesn't take too long. So we should be good. Anyway, this is starting to annoy me, so I'm going to fix this. There we go. You get half dark mode. Like most other operating systems, LFS is usually installed in a dedicated partition. As I mentioned earlier, I do have a separate drive attached to this, this VM. The recommended approach to building an LFS system is to use an available empty partition, or if you have enough unpartitioned space to create one. Wait, that's a weird way to phrase that. The recommended approach to building an LFS system is to use an available empty partition, or if you have unpartitioned space to create one. Oh no, that makes sense. Okay, no, I'm just reading it wrong. A minimal system requires partition of around 10 gigs. We have 20. This is enough to store all the source tables and compile the packages. However, if the LFS system intended to be the primary Linux system, additional software will probably be installed, which will require additional space. A 30 gigabyte partition is a reasonable size to provide for growth. The LFS system itself will not take up this much room. A large portion of this requirement is to provide sufficient free temporary storage. As for adding additional capabilities after LFS is complete. Once again, weird way to phrase that. Additionally, compiling packages can require a lot of space, which will... Sure, okay, fair enough. Because there are not always enough random access memory RAM. I hope you know what RAM is if you're doing LFS. Available for compilation process. Is a good idea to have a small disk partition as swap space. This is used like... Yeah, sure, we know what swap is. The swap partition for an LFS partition... an LFS system can be the same as the one used by the host system, in which case it is not necessary to create a new one. Fair enough. Brave Shield 110. Yes, that was the name I gave this ArchVM in the live stream we did on this one. Start a disk partitioning program such as cfdisk or fdisk with a command line option naming the hard disk on the naming the hard disk on which the new partition will be created. For example, /dev/sda for the primary disk drive. Create a Linux native partition and a swap partition if needed. Please refer to cfdisk or fdisk if you do not yet know how to use these programs. Okay. Here we go. For experience, yes, set up RAID. So what does it want? It wants a swap and a native. Okay, sure. Fdisk / pretty sure that's how you use fdisk. Oh shit, I need to do sudo. There we go. Guess the Genesis LFS strat is the does work after. Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's just the correct way to do stuff. Okay, so we're going to make a. Let's see. How do I use fdisk? Do. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, I just scrolled up. I don't usually use gdisk. Sure, okay, why not? Yes, we'll quit. Gdisk. I've never used this program. There we go. Gdisk. Type device file name or press enter to exit. /dev/sdb. Did you see it? Everyone's got their own favorite one they like. Oh, God. Sudo cfdisk /dev/ Yeah, everyone's got their own favorite one, from what I can see. SDB. Okay. Oh, God. Sudo su. Sure, why not? Let's see, what else is it saying here? So fdisk for the win. CFDisk is a good backup. I like CFDisk and I like CFDisk is indeed. What does that even mean? Remember the designation of the new partition SDA5. This book will refer to this as the LFS partition. Wait, what? Remember the designation of the new partition SDA5. Wait, are they doing all of this on one disk? That's bizarre. Okay, sure. This book will refer to this as the LFS partition. Also remember the designation of the swap partition. These names will be needed later for the /etc/fs tab. Parted. Let's see. Requests for advice on system partitioning are often posted on the LFS mailing list. This is a highly subjective subject. The default for most distributions is to use the entire drive with the exception of one small swap. This is not optimal for LFS for several... it reduces flexibility, making sharing of data across multiple distributions or LFS builds more difficult. Wait, it's not even using a boot, is it? No, it wants you to use two partitions. Well, that's... Whew. Okay, sure. A root LFS partition, not to be confused with the root directory of 20 gigabytes, is a good compromise for most systems. It provides enough space to build LFS and most of beyond LFS, but is small enough so that multiple partitions can be easily created for experimentation. Wait. Boot this. Wait, you didn't. You mentioned two partitions. Are you bringing up a third one? Most distributions automatically create a swap partition. Generally, the recommended size of the swap is about twice the amount of physical RAM. However, this is rarely needed If disk space is limited, hold the swap partition to 2 GB and monitor the amount of disk swapping. If you want to use the hibernation feature to suspend to disk of Linux, it writes out the contents of RAM to the swap partition before turning off the machine. In this case, the size of the swap should be at least as large as the system's installed RAM. Swapping is never good. For mechanical hard drives, you can generally tell if system is swapping just by listening to disk activity. That's why my swap is 128 gig. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have to be as... It doesn't have to be the full size of your RAM. The reason you go full size your RAM is just in case you're using all of it. But there's rarely a situation where you would be using all of your RAM. And then want to suspend to disk. Usually it's going to be in a more less used state. For an SSD drive, you will not be here. Yes, listen to your drive to see if it's swapping. Okay, good. If the boot disk has been partitioned with a GUID partition table, then a small, typically 1 MB partition must be created if it does not already exist. This partition is not formatted but must be available for grub to use during installation of the bootloader. Lag? Oh, we dropped a couple of frames. Okay. This partition will normally be labeled as BIOS boot if using fdisk or have a code of... Yeah, we dropped a few frames, I guess. Or have a code of EFO2 if using gdisk. There are several other partitions that are not required but should be considered when designing a disk layout. The following list is not comprehensive but is meant as a guide. Okay. Highly recommended. Use this partition to store the store kernels and other booting information to minimize potential boot problems with larger disks. Make this the first physical partition on your first disk drive. A partition size of 200 megabytes is quite adequate. Okay. Home also recommended, sure. You guys are just obsessed with gdisk. Share your home directory and user customization. Sure, we know what a home partition is. /user. Okay, or USR, whatever you want to call it. In LFS /bin/lib and sbin are symlinks to their counterparts in /user. So /user contains all the binaries needed for the system to run. I don't think I've ever come across a distro that actually put this on its own partition. So /user contains all the binaries needed for the system to run. For LFS, a separate partition for /user is normally not needed. If you need it anyway, you should make a partition large enough to fit all programs and libraries in the system. The root partition can be very small, maybe just 1 GB in this configuration, so it's suitable for a thin client or diskless workstation. Any separate partition that you want to automatically mount it upon disk needs to be specified in the /etc/fs tab. So it's not, besides saying that you want your, besides the boot disk here, I think this is one of the few parts that doesn't actually have that much documentation on it. It's not making much of a mention of what label type. Just kind of annoying. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're going to have a boot swap and then root. BIOS or UEFI. I am currently on a UEFI system, which is gonna make stuff later fun. But it's not a problem now, so we'll deal with that later. Doesn't it say DOS once? I think it might say DOS maybe once. No, it literally says DOS 0 times. Wait, no. Sorry, it did say DOS once. And that was... No, why is it not showing up? I know it said it once. It said it in relation to the boot. Later Brodie problems, exactly, yes. Yeah, it says... Write the petition table on a piece of... Yes, exactly. Is this a 24-hour stream? No, I'm not insane. I'm going to be doing this in many parts. Yeah, this is one of the few parts that is not documented too well. Let's see. Let's go to the next section. So it's working under the assumption of 2. If it's going to work under the assumption of 2, I'm going to do 2. Just to make it so the documentation lines up. Petition size. So swap, I guess we'll go with 2 gigabytes. And then, oh God, I'll make this bigger. There we go. Then that one. Sure. Okay. G part of my dude. Yeah, I know it mentioned... Yeah, it's... As I said, this is one of the few parts that is not documented very well. Most of it, from what I've seen, actually is. If the boot disk has been petitioned with a GUID GPT, then a small... Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, sure. Okay, my bad. Okay, let's go do that again then. Small, it says typically 1 megabyte. Okay, sure. Are you creating your own OS? Yes. By the way, are you using Ubongo as the host? No, I'm using Arch Linux with GNOME running. The way I understand what it's saying here is this. This is the way that I understand it. If we're using GPT, then we need this. That's going to be for something, for whatever this is. Then a typically small 1 megabyte petition must be created if it does not already exist. We're going to have our swap, and we're going to have this here. That's the way that I understand it. Didn't you set the type for swap and boot? Didn't I set the type for swap and boot? We're using CF disk. You only set... Wait, You did it the... You're doing the... Oh, okay. Do we have someone in here that actually did LFS before? Okay, that's good. You did the exact same setup we have right here. So all of these running GPT. If you do systemd boot... Okay, if we don't need it, we can always delete it later. It's not a big deal. You can, but I'm running 2 screens, so it's a bit of a pain. But I did set the type. How do you set the type in CF disk? Oh, there's literally a type button right here. There's literally a type button right here. Okay, I'm dumb. Ignore me. How did I not see that right there? Okay, so type. Okay, so that. Oh, this is CF disk, not G disk. BPB is not G. BPB? What the hell is BPB? BPB is not used in UEFI plus GPT setups. It's used in what the hell is BPB? I've never heard what the hell is BPB? Does anyone else know? Does anyone at all have any idea what the hell he's saying? I know they were, and now no one's here. They've all disappeared. All of them have disappeared. You know what? BIOS boot petition. Wouldn't that be BP then? You got your letters wrong. Does this video confirm that GNOME is the workman's desk environment? Yes. Am I just blind and didn't see that? type. Did I literally scroll past swap and not see it? No, okay. Where the hell was swap then? Oh, you had to go up. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, it's right there. I'm blind. BIOS boot. BIOS partition table? What? BPT. Is it? Sure, okay. I'm guessing that's supposed to be BPT, not BPB. Just scroll down to the PDF. This is why I use parted. You create an ESP of a few hundred meg. What is an ESP? Stop using your acronyms to explain stuff. They don't tell you what the first petition should be for GPT, do they? No, it doesn't mention it. Weirdly. There we go. Wait, no, it does right here. BIOS boot. BIOS boot. It does say it. I'm dumb. Okay, ignore me. I can't read. BIOS boot. There we go. Am I on the right one? Scroll up. BIOS boot. There we go. Hey man, how about compiling your kernel first? No? No. I'm gonna say no to that one. This looks right. Espagnol. Espagnol. Without the accents, that has no meaning. Yeah, no, that's also the problem. No, it's also that there's some things missing from this. I know the rest of it's actually pretty good. You know, I at the end of the day, I don't care if LFS is gonna work at the end. I literally don't. Like, we could go 3 months and at the end realize everything's broken, and that would be 3 months of content. So this. So we have our BIOS boot, we have a Linux swap, and we have Linux file system. What beer are you drinking today? I'm drinking water. Water straight from the tap. 3 months of learning, exactly. If we screw it up, that's fine. We learnt 3 months of wasting time. And you can compile the kernel with UEFI enabled if you have a machine with UEFI. Fair enough. We'll get, when we get to that, we'll get to that. So no Koyomi's balls today. No Koyomi's balls today. Why have we started calling it that? I'm gonna say, I don't see any reason why. The grub BIOS partition must be on the drive that the BIOS uses to boot the system. It is not necessarily the same drive where the LFS root partition is located. Disk on a system may use different partition tables. The requirement for this partition depends only on the partition table type for the boot disk. Do everything with DD. I've actually got a video coming out on my DD shit, and you shouldn't use it. Anyway, right. I am gonna accept it. Are you sure you want to? Yes. And if we did something wrong, that's fine. I don't care. We're here now. I've committed to this. Wait, the program stays open when you write it. Sure. Okay, CF disk, if you say so. LSBLK. Okay, everything's done. Cool. Dick Destroyer, yes. Oh no, you did it on the wrong drive. No, I did it on the right drive. I intentionally put it on that one. So you're making a Chimera whose whole existence is pain and suffering, like the FMAB guy. Exactly. Yes. Note the blank partition has been set up. The file system can be created. Is this on a VM? That would be the case. You don't need to use byte. Okay, well now that's fine. We have a 1 megabyte petition that is going to get deleted at some point. That's fine. I don't care. We're just going to have 1 megabyte of space in our system that can't be used. That was intentional. Now the blank petition has been set up. Blank petitions with an S. Thank you. The The file system can be created. LFS can use any file system recognized by the Linux kernel, so give it a couple of months and we can do NTFS. What a waste of space. It's fine. I'll find something to do with that 1 megabyte. Maybe we'll have a dedicated petition just for like an image or something. Do you have a boot petition? No, because this does not recommend. This literally does not even suggest having a boot petition. It's just having 2 petitions, the root and the swap. So it says root and swap. We're doing root and swap. The choice of file system can be complex and depends on the characteristics of the files and size of the petition. Is there any reason why you would go ext4? Can LFS be used as a daily driver? If you want to spend 3 months building it, yes. If you don't, no. You need boot? Why does it not mention... Okay. Can we just go over... Can we just go over... Actually, no, you don't. No, it specifically says you don't need it. It says it's highly recommended. So... No. According to LFS, I do not need a boot petition. It's just, you should never install Linux like this. You should always have a boot. But it says it's optional, so if that's optional, then it's optional. That's fine. Other file systems such as NTFS, FAT32. Imagine building Linux on NTFS. I'm using UEFI. Okay, let's go do a makefs. Actually, I'll just SU so we don't have to put sudo anymore. I think you need your root to be fat now. Do I? Did I miss anything important? You missed my comment section fighting about what disk utility to use. Boot is not optional. It's the most important thing in the world. Well, according to LFS, it's optional. I think boot petition is mandatory for UEFI systems. And you know, okay, sure. Just because people are going to bother me about it the entire time. No, let's not rewrite the one I'm currently using. Okay, you know, I'll give you that. And this will get rid of the one we're not using. cf disk on /dev/s. Just so people be quiet and don't bother me about it. Also, thank you for the 400 Indian rupees. One of those. Which, just so people don't bother me about this, we're going to do this again. The guide doesn't describe the UEFI case. There is, CG is specifically for GPT petitions. Okay, that's our... Okay, if we're going to be doing... Have you not played Zelda? Should be EFI for the system petition. What about the boot then? There we go. That's our swap type. Okay, we're spending so much time just on this. Uh, 128 meg for boot? No, it's 256. Screw it. It's 256 now. We've already done it. We've committed. I'm just gonna waste 128 meg. I don't care. EFI system. What are we making the boot? What are we making the boot? What is the boot? What do we make? What in the type is the boot? That's fine. I don't care. No, not the file system. Not the file system. I know what the file system is. What is the type we are making this one? That's... Oh, is it... Oh, okay. It's EFI system for the boot. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Should be EFI. Okay, thank you. Thank you. People are answering the question. Good. Where did it go? Linux. Wait, shit. Linux file system. There we go. Okay. Are we committed to this now? Are we committed to this? LFS is documented really well, except for this part. Except this one part. Boot and EFI are the... Are we committed to this at this point? Is this... No, we're not. Once we go past this point, I am not changing it. I don't care if it's broken anymore. We are sticking with it. I see label as GPT. Yes. Should work? Okay. Why is the size of boot partition 0? Why is the size of the... Why is it 0? I didn't set it to 0. How did that even get set to 0? Okay. God damn it. I don't even know how that happened. Oh, because I did MB. Why is that? Wait, why? I literally didn't set it to that. Wait, what has happened there? That's weird. 256M. Okay, now it worked. What? Do you not realize you just resized? Shh. Shut up. Be quiet. It's fine. Yes, they are the same person. This is true. There we go. Okay. We're committed now. Good. Oh, I know someone in chat's going to tell me something wrong. Guaranteed. CFDS can be janky? It seems like it, apparently. Linux file system is 8300. Is that something special? Why do you have swap? Because can we make the main drive NTFS? Oh God, why am I doing this on stream? Why the fuck am I doing this on stream? Are we committed to this? I've got one yes so far. It should work. Yes? Okay, should work. Screw it. Okay, we're writing it. Yes. Also, see if I hate that it doesn't quit the program. Yes, cool. We're writing it. Good. Okay, good. We're done then. We're not done. We've finished literally the first step. Wait, am I still SU'd? I don't even know. I was. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it said I was root. Make fs -v -t ext4 etx4. That's not a thing. /dev /sd sdb3. Yes. Okay, cool. All the elitists claim they know better and don't need to watch. NTFS, God. Brodie can't even petition to drive. I can petition to drive, but everyone else in chat's telling me to do something different. Oh, wait, actually, I'll double check just to make sure I do something stupid. Yeah, it's SD. Cool. Make swap /dev /sd. Actually, make sure I don't do something stupid. Literally, this entire stream series is something stupid. There we go. Cool. Okie dokie. Throughout this book, the environment variable LFS will be used several times. You should ensure that this variable is always defined throughout the LFS build process. It should be set to the name of the directory where you will be building your LFS system. We will use /mnt/LFS. Did you do make dos fs-f32? I didn't. Just make everything FAT32. Yeah, that will make stuff simpler, won't it? You petition your if I... What is Linux from scratch? It's exactly what the name sounds like. It is... We are making Linux, but it is from scratch. Which means we're going to make mistakes, and it's not going to work, and we're going to waste 3 months of effort. Yes, okay. vfat-f32/dev/sdb1. Yep, cool. Okay. You can always fix the if I petition later, no biggie? Yeah, good. Just make sure that's actually got set. LFS. Yep, cool, that's set, good. Are you trying this or... Wait, are you just trying this or planning something like DTOS? I want content for the next 3 months. So, whatever that ends up being. Is everything still white? Yes. No, we've got black and white. This is harmony. This is the yin and the yang. Or is the other... which one's white? Wait, which one's white, which one's black? Which is the yin, which is the yang? Someone in chat will know. Having this variable set is beneficial in that commands such as make dir-v, LFS tools can be typed literally. The shell will automatically replace LFS Y GNOME to piss people off. Oh god. Ow. Sure, do not forget to check the LFS is set whenever you do things, such as when doing a SU to root or another user. Check the LFS variable is set properly. Yang is black. Okay. So yeah, the yin and the yang. Cool, I was right. Wait, did I say back? I don't know. Whatever. We're moving on. Moving on from that. Make sure the output sure, we checked that. If the output is incorrect, use the command given on this page to set the... Sure, we know how to set variables. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Just to make... vim.bash. So the next time I boot up this system, it actually is set up properly. /mnt/LFS. Cool. There we go. That saves me effort from effort next time. Cool. Brodie is soy dev. That's true. In addition, but has Luke ever built LFS? No. So who's the real soy dev? In addition, the shell specified in the... Yep, sure. Linux for sex, exactly. Make sure it's bash. Yeah, it's bash. We're on Arch. Arch defaults to bash. No need to check that. That's why you should fix it on a regular system. Another consideration is the method it is used to log into the host system. If logging in through a graphical display manager, the user's .bash profile not null. When a virtual time was started. Yeah, actually, no, it's a better idea to add that to the bash. Shit, yeah, that's actually a much better idea. Why didn't I do that? .bash rc. Yes. Export. LFS equals /mnt/LFS. There we go. Much better. Viewer count is unusually high, by the way. That's because people have a fetish for watching people install Linux. In this case, yeah, sure. Okay, we did that. Mounting the new petition. Now that the file system has been created, the petition needs to be made accessible. In order to do this, petition needs to be mounted at a chosen mount point. The purposes of this book, it is assumed that the file system is mounted under the directory specified by the LFS environment variable. How do you know my fetish? Because you're here. It's inherent by being here right now. It inherently means Yeah, it inherently means that you have a fetish for it. You'll slowly pollute this. You slowly pollute your host system unless you're in a VM. Do I run GNOME? That answers your question. Concern? Concern. Yeah, sure. Make dir -pv LFS. Cool. That should be just double checking it's there. Yep, cool. Awesome. Okie doke. Are you planning to make a Red Hat approved system, Wayland GNOME plus system? I don't want to compile system D. That sounds like hell. That honestly sounds like hell. Maybe it's easier than doing Audacity though. Audacity I know is like an absolute mess to compile. Create the mount point and mount the LFS file system. I presume that what it's saying is mount our root. /dev/ wait, what was it? It was SDB3, wasn't it? Yes. -v -t xt4/dev/sdb3. Mount it to LFS. Okie dokie. LSBLK. And it's mounted. Good. Good. So you're in a VM. Feel free to experiment to your heart's content. Yes, that is... Yes. Well, look, okay. If after 3 months, here's what I'll promise, okay? If after 3 months it doesn't work, I will do an RM-RF and yeet this system. That's my promise. If we screw it up, I will yeet the system. Oh yeah, also with a -- no preserve root, of course. What about boot partition? We don't need to deal with that for a long time, so we don't need to worry about that for now. If using multiple partitions for LFS, one for / and one for /home, mount them using that. Fair enough. We don't need to worry about that because we just have these two. Okay. Every time I restart the VM, we'll have to remount it anyway. I don't know. I feel like Brodie will run his LFS system daily if he sets it up. No, I won't. I like Arch. You sound memey like that. I might make my system look like I'm running it. What's on SDA drive? The system we're running right now, literally like the computer that is running right now. What do you mean 3 months? I mean, we're not going to be doing this in 1 day. My camera's slightly off center. I can't get it where it was, where I want it to be. Yeah. That's better. Okay. Ensure this new partition is not mounted with permissions that are too restrictive, such as no SUID or no dev options. Run the mount command without any parameters. See what options are set for the mounted LFS partition. Oh god, okay. Okay, it doesn't have the things it says not to have. Fair enough. Just save the... No, that's a really good point. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yes, thank you. That's going to save us a bit of time. The above instructions assume that you will not be restarting your computer throughout the LFS process. If you shut down your system, you will need to Why is this not in the section about what to do if you restart your computer? It should be. Each time you restart the build process or modify your host systems... That's a good point. That's a really good point, isn't it? We could just do it like this, couldn't we? Yeah, thank you. I presume we can mix and match these. I presume we can. I don't... Someone let me know if we can't mix and match a UID and, this. Probably should. /dev/SDB3. Why LFS? You can daily drive Amogus? Exactly. And knit RAM FS is bloat. Wildman. Compiling currently isn't that long. It's just time consuming. And we'll probably play chess during that. /dev/sdb3. What is this? What is it getting? /mnt/lfs ext4 defaults 1 1. I presume that's correct. Why this when you can that? It's a very good question, isn't it? You can just write genfs tab while you're... I could do that, couldn't I? While you're... Yes, I could. That is a really good point. Thank you. I'll do that, actually. Genfs tab. Is that not installed when you... Is that not installed on your base system? Is that just a thing in the ISO? That might be just a thing in the ISO. I don't know what the package is called. It's just a thing on the ISO? Does anyone know what the package is called? How the hell do you make a new tab? Does this program have tabs? Oh, it does have tabs. Arch genfs tab package. It's not advised. No, I don't care. Default. What package is it in? Can we? Okay. Let's go to GitHub. Forked from Arch install script. Is it? Wait, is it in a? Ah. Okay, sure. Is it in the Arch install script package? Extra Arch install script. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna make this bigger so I can actually see stuff because this program's awful. Pacman-s. Arch-install-scripts. Genfs tab. Wait. Override Arch ISO. Jesus Christ. Wait, what? Wait. Just do -u. Wait, fs tab -u. That's also not installed. -u. No root directory specified. Why don't this is becoming more of a hassle like this. Thank you. Yes. I learn how this program works when I need to. No, we've committed to this now. We have committed to this. Let me just make sure it's actually working. /mnt is not a mount point. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna modify the file directly. This is too much effort. This entire thing is too much effort. Just making it so my LFS petition mounts properly every time, so I don't have to deal with it. /sdb3. Okay, cool. Wait, isn't fs tab under base? I have no idea what it is. Do you have a public key, as in like a GPG key? I built my first LFS for 10 years ago, compiled everything in Intel Atom. Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, we're just gonna do it like this. We're just gonna do it like this. Defaults. I'm not spending more time on that. And if something breaks, I don't know what FS tab does if it breaks. It's fine. If you're using a swap partition, ensure that it is labeled using the swap on command. Why are you calling sbin? Why are you doing it like that? Better to use UUI. Did I say ETX? Thank you. Swap on -v /dev /sdb 2? Was it 2? I'm pretty sure it's 2. I'm gonna be double checking this a lot. It's always good to check it. What is the reason why you use UUID instead of the drive location? Is it because drive name? Is it because the drive, like the partition names might change or something? Is that the reason why? I actually don't know why. I just always do it that way because that's just the way I've been told to do it. Swap on, yep, cool. Packages and patches. That's exactly why? Okay. UUID is unique. Drive letters can change. Fair enough. Okay, cool. We are up to chapter 3. That's, you know, gone pretty quickly. This chapter includes a list of packages that need to be downloaded in order to build a basic Linux system. The listed version numbers correspond to versions of software that are known to work, and this book is based on their use. We highly recommend against using newer versions because the build commands for one version may not work with the newer version, so we're going to have very outdated packages. The newest package versions may also have problems that require workarounds. These workarounds will be developed and stabilized in the development version of the book. Download locations may not always be accessible. If a download location is changed and the book was published, Google... Man, Google. I love Google. Never heard of Google before. If this search is unsuccessful, try one of the alternative means of downloading at Linux Mirrors. Sure. Are you using System D on this system? Yes. On this system, yes, I am. On LFS, that's months away. That's the problem later. Jen to install stream when? I don't know, like 2 months ago. Go bug Cyan to do her Gen to install stream if you want to see a new one. Downloaded packages and patches will need to be stored somewhere that is conveniently available throughout the entire build. A working directory is also required to unpack the sources and build them. LFS sources can be used both as the place to store the tables and patches and as a working directory. By using this directory, the required elements located on the LFS partition will be available during all stages of the build process. To create this directory, execute the following command as user root. I am user root. LFS/sources. Cool. Why do people still use swap partition instead of swap file? There's much easier to increase if needed, for example. Usually because it doesn't need to be changed. Also, ButterFS doesn't support them properly. Most people use ext4 anyway, so it's not a big deal. But is this a live ISO? No, this is a installed UEFI Arch system with system deboot. We installed this on a stream a couple weeks back. It's also now my test system, which is cool. Because I was too lazy to install Arch, and then we got to it on stream, and then now I have an Arch system. How do you read... how can I... I'm not... Boku no Pika Heta. There you go. That's what you get from me. You're not gonna get me to say the last part. Brodie, should I use my 1 terabyte drive swap? Yes, do it. Do it. No, make it your boot. Make the entire thing your boot. Make this directory writable and sticky. Sticky? I wonder if you can hear my housemate. You can probably hear my housemate, like, yelling at the dog. Not fully supported. It supports it, but I last time I checked, there was, like, some features missing or something. I don't know. Make this directory writable and sticky. Sticky means that even if multiple users have write permission on that directory, only the owner of a file can delete the file. I have never heard of that. Huh. Okay, cool. Yes, we'll make it sticky. Why not? Chmod-v a plus wt lfs/sources. Make swap with a tape drive. Just, if you're gonna make swap on a tape drive, just do it by hand. Just literally just write out the swap by hand. Cool, we've made it sticky now. There are several ways to obtain the necessary packages and patches to build LFS. The files can be downloaded individually as described in the next 2 sections. I thought I just had a problem. For the stable versions of the book, a tarball of all the needed files can be downloaded from the LFS mirrors. Okay. The files can be downloaded using wget and a wget list as described below. To download all the packages and patches by using wget list as an input to wget command, use... let's see. The check above can be used... Wait, I'm not... Make swap on DC... Oh, you watch Jesus Christ, yeah. I wonder how we're doing compared to Cyan's pace. Yo, Forzen, how you doing? It'll be important for your OS class. Oh, I hope you learned something. The hell is wget list? Aha. I presume, wait. I presume what it's saying there is input the link here for it. I presume it's not actually saying use wget list. That's just, it's just laid that out really weirdly. I'll make this longer. There we go. And put it here. There we go. Input file. Oh, that needs to be double dash. Input dash file equals not wget list. What am I saying? Download the list. Oh, is it saying download the list? Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. Right. Ah, okay. So we should, you know, we're not, screw it, we're here now. We're going to copy it into a file. Why not? Get it. It says download, not copy. Doesn't matter. Shh. We're here. Don't question me. I am the streamer here. Are you going to try Zen? I will deal with kernel stuff later. Later, as in not now. Okay, where is it? Use Control A. Yes, I could use Control A, couldn't I? As you can tell, I'm bad with computers. Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. I'm sitting here doing LFS and saying I'm bad with computers. Equals LFS. That's the wrong symbol, Brodie. LFS/sources. I'm sorry, what? Do I have wget installed in this system? Okay, apparently I don't have wget installed in this system. Okay, fix that. Why is wget not installed? How did I... I thought that was one of the standard... God damn it. Okay, we'll do that now. There we go. Much better. If Brodie can do LFS, I might try. Fair point. Yes. Curl better than wget. All right, curl's installed, of course. Actually, curl... Let's actually want to... I have to check now. Surely curl is the default program. Can we open up a new window? Not new window. There we go. Man, curl. Okay, curl is installed. Good. Good. Okay. Brodie, use use AWS for the root, Linode for the swap, and Azure for the home partition. Wait, I did have an idea to do like a networked home partition at some point. Like, theoretically, you could do it. You shouldn't do it, but you could do it. Brodie, you have nothing installed on the system. I know. Like, the only thing installed in this system is what we installed during that live stream we did. I don't know, how far are we through this list? UDev. We are, oh god, we are currently here. Of here. Curl is more of a library. wget is for straight up downloading files. Fair enough. Curl has that Pac-Man has a dependency on curl. That makes sense. Actually, while that's going, I'm gonna go grab some more water. So, enjoy. I'll full screen this for you guys so you have something to watch. Because I know you guys really like, I don't know, seeing terminals or something. I'll be back in just a moment. I'll keep my mic unmuted just so you guys can hear any background noise, and maybe I'll say something I shouldn't say on the stream and get cancelled. I don't know. We'll see. Howdy, gamers. Gen 2 docs are amazing. This is very true. Gen 2 docs are the gold standard. Absolutely. I stand by this statement. Gen 2 docs are objectively the best. Oh my god, this is gonna... Well, Linux kernel is gonna take a while to download. Oh, it's actually not even that old of a kernel. It's actually a fairly recent one, actually. Well, it's not like the most recent, but it's fairly recent. Slow download. Oh, that actually is really slow. What the hell? Why is it so slow? I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. What is this shit? I don't know what the hell this speed is. My regular speed's like 10 times that. I don't know what the hell this is. What did I miss in the comments? Let's go back. We've got nothing else to do right now. Let's have a look at the comments. Cache slow. Gen 2 docs are bad. Oh, Gen 2 docs are good. No, Gen 2 docs are very good. Is Linux Scratch good? Docs good? It's pretty good. It still has outdated sections. It still has sections that are missing shit, like the partition section. That doesn't even specifically mention anything about UEFI or anything. It's just, it assumes that you're using BIOS, but doesn't mention it. It's just like, oh yes, you're using BIOS, yes, aren't you? Well, we're not going to tell you that you should use BIOS, but we assume you're using BIOS. Arch currently has 5.14.9. Yes, it does. But I recommend Mental's kernel config guide for your LFS kernel. It's useful. Okay, we'll get to that when we get to that. Are you downloading Linux mainline stable or LTS? This is Linux mainline by the looks of it. There used to be an even better Gentoo wiki once upon a time, but the server died and none of it was archived. Oh, rip. Already do a Slackware install in the past? No, I have not, actually. So we'll get to that at some point. Maybe for the memes, I'll just do a... Actually, that's a great idea. For, like, April 1st, we can do an Ubuntu install stream. It'll take, like, 5 minutes, and I'll just end it. Just straight up end the stream after 5 minutes. Debian also is the same in that case. Actually, Debian has slightly more options than Ubuntu, but it's still pretty much straight away. Look at that, we've gone up to 1 megabyte. Oh my god. The rest of it should be pretty quick. The kernel's obviously the biggest part. What is this download speed? Where are we downloading this from? Actually, I'm gonna find out. Where are we downloading this from? What the hell is... Okay, man. Download.savannah.g... Ah, we're downloading it from the GNU website, so their server... The GNU can't afford good servers. Okay, good to know. Ubuntu on WM installs in literally one click. Do a Ubuntu install manually CLI with a tar file. Can you do that? Is that a thing? I blame GNU for having shit servers. Wait, this is ManDB. Yeah, I blame GNU for having shit servers. Why don't we just download the BSD man pages? That'll be better. It is a Friday. Well, I can just move my streams around. WSL2 WSL2 easy. Brodie's doing Linux from scratch now, huh? Apparently, yeah. Well, right now I'm downloading source files, but this is basically Linux from scratch, yes. This is pretty much all Linux from scratch is. You're downloading an EOL kernel from GNU. No, I was downloading the man pages from GNU. The kernel... where's the kernel coming from? I presume the kernel's coming from the kernel website. Kernel. Kernel. Actually, if I search for Linux, it'll come up. Yeah, kernel.org that was coming from. They have functional servers. Oh, there's specific boot scripts in here for LFS as well, huh? Just do a git clone. We're most of the way there now. Do you want me to git clone, like, 50 things? No, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna let it do automatically. Why would I do that? That's way too much effort. A lot of these code servers are slow to get used to it. Yeah. Well, once we've downloaded it once, we won't have to deal with it again. This is why we do it all at the start, even though a lot of it we won't have to deal with for a bit. Write a for loop, bro. Unwrap your for loop. Just never write for loops. For loops are for nerds. Vim. Wow. LFS comes with Vim by default, and even Arch can't do that. Download from the Linux Git repo. Download from the Linux GitHub. We done? Wow. Okay, let's ls the lfs/sources. Oh god, there's a lot in. Oh god, there is a lot in here. Okay. Jesus Christ, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay, well, time to get started then. I think we're actually at the point we're compiling code, aren't we? Are you creating your own Linux distro? Technically. Do a goat. Yes. Oh, no. No, don't do that. To additionally, starting with LFS 7.0, there is a separate file, MD5 sums, which can be used to verify that all the correct packages available for proceeding. Okay, so let's copy the link address and do a curl. wget? Wget will be easier. Wget. Oi. Wget. Is that? How do we copy in GNOME Terminal? Does anyone know how to paste something in GNOME Terminal besides that? Does anyone here use GNOME Terminal? Cool. MD5. Control Shift V? I like how everybody has different answers. Nobody here uses the GNOME Terminal. A Control Shift V? Okay, thank you. Thank you. That'll be useful for later on. Moving that one into LFS. I had caps lock on. LFS/sources/ MD5 sums. Okay, cool. Control Shift. Oh, maybe there are some GNOME users here. Middle mouse click should work as well. Apparently it does. Thank you. What are we doing? We are running that. Okay, sure. I guess we'll copy and paste it. Do we have everything? Let's see. Oh, is everything working? Everything looks okay to me. I don't see anything that's not okay. Cool. Okay, we're good. MD5 sums are checked. GNOME Foundation are pretty such Mozilla Lite. Brodie Linux. Sadly, we're not doing DOS because DOS actually sounds pretty good. Brodie OS. Brodie OS doesn't have the same ring to it. Brodie OS. Broes. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Stable is... Oh, it says it is an old kernel. Bros Linux. I don't mind Bros Linux. Bro. Wait, why did I think bro? Yeah, of course that makes so much sense. Bros. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. This is why I need a chat. This is why you just need chat everywhere with you, because like you need multiple brains to help you think these basic things. Bros is such a great name. Okay, thank you. Squid OS, piss off. All packages. All packages? Oh, okay, there's just a list of packages that we could download manually if we hate ourselves. Oh, we're dropping frames again? We good? I think we're back. Okay. Uncensored Hand OS. I'm gonna have to shelf that one. I was worried we'd have to go and download all of these manually. I am so happy that it just gives us that list. I was not excited for this part. Needed patches. Okay. Oh, it's the list of those as well. Okay, fair enough. Wait, are we on chapter 4? We're on chapter 4. Man, we're making good progress. Only 9 chapters to go. The most important package is wine. Oh god, I can't even imagine doing wine. Bromance Linux. Introduction. In this chapter, we will perform a few additional tasks to prepare for building the temporary system. We will create a set of directories in the LFS for the installation of the temporary tools, add an unprivileged user to reduce risk, and create an appropriate build environment for that user. We will also explain the unit of time we use to measure how long LFS packages take to build, or SBUs. Why? Just whatever. Okay. Sure. Create a limited directory layout in LFS system. LFS file system. Next episode, Brodie creates FreeBSD from scratch. Is there actually a FreeBSD from scratch? There should be. Or like BSD from scratch. Standard build unit. Right, okay. So I'm new to this concept of software. Can I get a comprehensive list of software to install on my MacBook M1? God damn it. You know exactly what you're doing. Among Us. Among Us. Actually, why am I writing that out by hand? Just can I just copy this? Actually, I never run commands like this. Presumably, I can just copy this. That run? It just runs. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. Cool. SBU time to compile Binutils, I think. I think it's more than just that. I'd never, like, if I'm gonna run something like this, I always put it in a script. I actually didn't realize you could just do that. Maybe someone will laugh at me for that. I did not realize you'd do that. So what are we actually doing? Before we move on, I just want to actually, I do want to examine what we are doing. You know, so we are learning something. So we made the bin lib, lost and found. Wait, lost and found, no, that was already there. Bin lib sources we made before. Sbin. Oh, lib64. uname-m. What does that command do? uname-m. Oh god, no, we're not running that again. I feel more comfortable putting in a script. It feels better to put it in a script. Huh, I actually didn't know what that did. Okay. Yes, I know. I thought I was focused on this window, not this window. That's why. So for I in bin lib sbin making thing, wait. LFS/user? Oh, right, and you're making user/bin, user/lib, user/sbin. Right, okay. Wait, could I? Oh, yes, of course you can. Of course you can, yes. I use, I've said this before, I use bash mode in my shell, so I can always just do DD and delete stuff. But yeah, I actually didn't realize that. Should I get a Raspberry Pi or an old ThinkPad? That's a rough one, actually. Raspberry Pis are fun. So we made those. Okay, cool. The above command is correct. The command ln, the ln command has a few syntactic versions, so be sure to check info core utils ln and ln1 for reporting what you think may be an error. Okay. Programs in Chapter 6 will be compiled with a cross-compiler. More details in section toolchain technical notes. In order to separate this cross-compiler from the other programs, it will be installed in a special directory. Create this directory, that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, vim/survivor, whatever you want to call it. That thing. It seems like my my hay fever tablets kicked in, which is good, because I don't want to die anymore. Adding the LFS user. Okay, so when logged in as user root, making a single mistake can damage or destroy a system. Therefore, the packages in the next two chapters are built using an unprivileged user. You could use your own username, but to make it easier to set, a clean working environment, create a new user called LFS as a member of the new group called LFS. And you can use the user during the installation process. As root, issue the following commands to add a new user. Okay, let's go and add this. Add user, or add group LFS. And so you're setting its shell to bash, group to LFS, dash K. What does dash K do? And user add. Dash K. Overrides the login def's defaults. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that file is. Anyway, we'll do this. Here's the plan. We make our own OS Bros. Brodie Robertson operating system. And then we make our own version of GNU. Brodie Robertson Unix. We need Clang, Muscle, and BusyBox, Brodie. Did you pick those because they are inherently difficult to compile, or because you... Oh, wait. It explains what the options do right under it. Or because you just like those. Okay, maybe I should read slightly further down the page before I go and open up man pages. I'm dumb. I looked at capital K, not lowercase. Did I? Anyway, it literally explains it right here. So this makes bash the default shell. Yep, as it should be. LFS, yep, fair enough. This makes a home directory for the LFS user. Dash K, the dev/dev/null. This parameter prevents possible copying of files from a skeleton directory. Default is /etc/skell by changing the input location to a special null device. And this is the actual name for the user. Fair enough. Yeah, man, get your thing back from AliExpress. To log in as LFS opposed to switching to user LFS when logged in as root, which doesn't require the LFS... Wait, what? That... Sorry, reading that again. To log in as LFS as opposed to switching to user LFS when logged in as root, which doesn't require the... Oh, right, that's saying you could SU into it, of course. Okay, I'm going to give the LFS user a very secure password, which may possibly be the same password as all of the other users on this account, which also may possibly be password. Do as I say, not as I do. Grant LFS full access to all directories under LFS by making LFS the directory owner. So we're going to be owning all of those directories. And in the case... okay, so in the case of being a x64 system, we're also going to be doing lib64. Okay, fair enough. Alpine proprietary stink. Haha, bros manual's called Broman. Bromance. We can rename the package. Okay, cool. If a separate working directory is created as suggested, give that one ownership of that one as well. Okay, fair enough. We'll do that. In some host system, the following command does not complete properly and suspends the login to the LFS user in the background. If the prompt LFS does not appear next log... Wait, I don't know what that's saying. Next login as the user LFS. And we're now the LFS user. What distro are you on for installing LFS? I am on the great and powerful Arch Linux. LFS, you do hate yourself, yes. My new distro release date, TVA, yes, exactly. The dash instructs SU to start a login shell as opposed to a non-login shell. The difference between these two types of shells can be found in bash 1 and info bash. Oh yeah, I forgot about info pages. I love info pages. The thing that was like gonna replace man but didn't. That's Arch VM with GNOME. It is, yes. To piss people off. Setting up the environment. Okie dokie. So, set up a good work environment by creating 2 new startup files for the bash shell. When logged in as user LFS, issue the following command to create a new .bash profile. What are we doing to the profile? We are setting the term to the term variable. We're doing that insert. Okay, sure. What? Sure. We'll do exactly what it says. Boop. Okay. Vim slash, wait, not slash, .bash profile. So what do we actually put in there? We put that in there. This is a very short bash profile. Gen 2 supports ARM. Yes, it does. There's a whole section on installing on ARM. When logged on as user LFS, the initial shell is usually a login shell, which reads the /etc/profile of the host. Probably containing some settings, environment variables, and then .bash profile, .bash profile. The exec-env command of the bash profile file replaces the running shell with a new one, and oh, that's what we're doing now. Okay, this is just to make sure setting up LFS is done properly rather than pulling in shit from the base system. Of course. Okay, makes sense. This ensures that no unwanted, potentially hazardous environment variables from the host system leak into the build environment. The technique used here achieves the goal of ensuring a clean environment. Go install Gen 2 on our iPads. That's more of a driver problem with the iPads than a Gen 2 problem. Info is the stolen baby to replace man pages. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And no one cares. No one cares about man pages anymore. Like, do you know how many projects I've looked at that don't have man pages? No one's going to make info pages. Good luck with that one. The new instance of the shell is a non-login shell which does not read and execute the contents of /etc profile or bash profile files, but rather reads and executes the bash rc file instead. So we are going to be setting all of this stuff. So what are we actually setting? So we're setting LFS to be /mnt/LFS, LC all to be POSIX. Okay, I'm not sure LC all is. LFS target. That's going to be setting the target to be x86 in our case. Path /user/bin. So that's where our programs are for like the host system. And then we are also making sure the /bin works as well. We're keeping config site location. Then we're exporting the... Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What's the beefiest ARM out there right now? M1 Mac? Yeah, probably. Or a consumer chip M1 Mac easily. There's probably, like, you can probably get something more bigger made. More bigger. Yes, we're going more bigger. Oh, it explains everything here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, cool. So set+h, the set+h command turns off bash's hash function. Hashing is ordinarily... I've went off my chat window. Give me 1 second. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Oi, where's my bloody chat? There's my chat. Okay, now we're good. Can we watch anime on LFS? If you install a graphical environment, I guess. Or you could watch it on, like, TTY. You don't need to watch it, you can just listen to it. If you have audio drivers, you're good. Files to avoid, bash the hash table to avoid full path, executable files to avoid the searching, the path time, blah, blah, blah. However, the new tools should be used as soon as they are installed. By switching off the hash function, the shell will always search the path when a program is to be run, as the shell will always find new compile tools in LFS tools as soon as they are available, without removing a previous version of the program in a different location. Oh, I'm sure there are some insane ARM boards you can get. umask 0.022. Setting the user file creation mask umask to 022 ensures that newly created files and directories are only writable by their owner, but are readable and executable by anyone, assuming default modes are used by the open system call. New files will end up with permission mode 644 and directories in mode 755. Brodie already sounds tired. It's 10 PM here. Like, let me be a bit tired. Okay, we know what this one is. That is where LFS is mounted to. LCL. The LCL variable controls the localization of certain programs, making their messages follow the conventions of a specified country. Setting LCL to POSIX or C, the tour equivalent, ensures that everything will work as expected in the true root environment. I have a 60 Hz display. I would like to get a 144 Hz display at some point. I would also like to get a better GPU, but GPUs are very expensive. My plan with GPUs, my upgrading my GPU at this point, is I'm going to wait until the next generation. So even if GPUs are still insanely expensive, the difference between my current card and the future card will be so great that I'm happy to pay insane prices. What is journaling? Some chat, help me. You've switched to winter time. I've switched to daylight savings, which is spring and summertime. LFS target. This is our target build environment. We already know what that is. 768 display. Of course, I know there are ThinkPad users in here that have ridiculous displays. I don't know if you're one of them or if you just have an old monitor. Many modern Linux distributions are merge /bin and /user bin. When this is the case, the standard path variable needs to just set the be set to just /user bin /bin. When this is not the case, following line adds /bin to the path. You know Asahi Linux. I am aware of it. Yes, that is the M1 Mac thingy. That's why my streams are starting early and my videos are uploading an hour early as well because of daylight savings. Because I'm not going to change my stream time because I don't want to. I literally do not want to stream till midnight. That sounds horrible. I know there are people who do crazy streams, but I like to do other things. I like sleep. Sleeping is good. Path equals LFS tools /bin. Okay, that's just making sure the path is set up properly. Configs, yeah, what is this one? In chapter 5 and 6, if this variable is not set, the config scripts may attempt to load configuration items specific to some distributions from /user/config.site on the host system. Right. Asahi sound like Japanese beer. I've never had Asahi before. I hear it's a good beer. I just don't drink beer. Wait, do I have any drinks on the floor? No, I don't. I have an empty can of Pepsi Max. That's the only drink I've got here. Because I had some KFC the other day. And then you export those? Okay. Okay. Important. Several commercial distributions add a non-documented instantiation of /etc/bin.bash rc to the initialization of bash. This file has the potential to modify the LFS user environment in ways that can affect the building of critical LFS packages. Make sure the LFS system's LFS user environment is clean. Check the presence of /etc. I've never heard of this file before. Let's see. Let's do a less on it, I guess. etc/bash.bat or that file exists. Oh, mate, the file exists. If present, move it. And if present, move it out of the way as the root user. Let's do an su into root. Root. Boop. Okay. And then we'll su back into the LFS user. Oh, there we go. Let's change our shell now. Or change our prompt, sorry. Asahi is different from the Western beer. Your belly might hurt a bit from it before you get used to it. I don't drink beer anyway, so like... I actually want to do when the SteamOS 3 ISO is released, I will be looking at it. I guarantee I'll be looking at that. After the LFS user is finished at the beginning of chapter 7, you can restore. I don't care about restoring it. Write everything in Rust. God, no. Note that the LFS bash package we will build in 8.34 bash 5.1.8 is not configured to load or execute that. So this file is useless on the completed LFS system. You should only exit instead of SUing. That's a good point, actually. There we go. Okay. I was in many layers of subshells. I didn't even think of that. Thank you. That actually could have caused problems later. I think I was in like 6 layers of subshells. What am I doing dash C? That's not a thing. There we go. I don't know how many layers of shells I was in. I was in too many. They come a bit... No, we've still got like months of content to do. We are nowhere near done. Like this is a very long process. You can just do Control D for exiting quickly. Oh yeah, of course you can. Finally, have the environment fully prepared for building the temporary files. We'll source. Get that source. Is the LFS variable set now? Make sure. Thank you. It is. Yes. Because we're loading in our batch RC. Yes. Another minor anti-cheat provider is providing... I was working on support. Isn't as big as the main two, but there are about 100 games using it. Are you talking about, Zincode? Are you enjoying LFS? Define enjoying. About SBUs. Many people would like to know beforehand approximately how long it will take to compile and install each package. Because Linux from scratch can be built on many different systems, it is impossible to provide an accurate time estimate. The biggest package, glibc... Glibc is the biggest package? Wait, glibc is bigger than the kernel? Hold up a sec. Wait, what? Is this just wording it weirdly? Is this just wording it weirdly, or is glibc actually the biggest package we have? Glibc is not bigger than the kernel, is it? But it'll take up to 3 days on slow... 3 days? 3 days? Yeah, GNU is bloated? Sounds like it. glibc should be small? I'm getting conflicting results, or conflicting answers here. Brodie doing LFS? Yes, I am. How you doing, Jupiter? Welcome to the stream. Look, I stole the idea from Cyan. Like, we'll acknowledge this. But also, she's gonna do Gen 2 at some point, so I'll let her have that. If I can do this, she can do Gen 2. The SBU measure works as follows. The first package to be compiled from this book is Binutils in Chapter 5. The time it takes to compile this package is what we refer to as the standard build util SBU. Or it looks on track compared to LFS. Well, you missed out on what we were doing. What we were doing earlier. You missed out on our setting up our petitions and stuff. For example, consider... Yeah, that took a while. For example, consider a package whose compilation time is 4.5 SBUs. This means that if a system took 10 minutes to compile this and install the first pass of Binutils, it would take approximately 45 minutes to build this package. Aha! Aha. In general, SBUs are not entirely accurate because they depend on many factors, including host system's version of GCC. They're provided here to give an estimate of how long it might take to install a package, but the numbers can vary as much as dozens of minutes in some cases. Oh man, look, dozens of minutes. Look, we've got nothing but minutes. No, yeah, there is no word about Destiny 2. Actually, there is a I talked about this is gonna be out very soon. I did an episode of Tech Over Tea with Tech Hut. We talked about there's a Verge article where they actually did some journalism and they contacted developers asking what they were going to do about anti-cheat, whether they were going to support it, whether they were not, like what their plans with it were. The Destiny 2 devs said maybe. That's all they said basically. For many modern systems with multiple cores, who still plays Destiny 2? It's still one of the most popular games on Steam. A lot of people play it. Except all the people that are playing, all the people playing New World at this point. The compilation time for a package can be reduced by performing a parallel make, by either setting an environment variable or telling the make program how many processors are available. For example, a very modern CPU, an i5-6500 CPU, can support 4 simultaneous processors. You know, we'll bash RC. Make flags equal dash J4. Wait, it should it be in this one or should it be in the other? You know, we're gonna put it in both of the bash RCs. I'm not sure which one it should be in. Wait, why did I do J4? It should be J6. Sorry, my bad. Actually, yeah. Make flags equals J7? No, we're gonna do J6 because I've got 6 cores on this. J6 there. Okay. LFS. Which SPUs were collected and stored in a DB like ProtonDB? That actually would be really useful. Yeah, I would like that. I'll just put in both. Doesn't matter. She'll be right. I think it's supposed to be in this one because we're cleaning up an environment. 6 plus 1 core. That's a good point. Thank you. We shouldn't need to do that, should we? Cores plus 1? Okay, we'll do 7 then. Sure, just to shut you up. There. Okay. I did, yes. I don't think it needs to be there on the main account anyway. Because I think we're cleaning up the environment, so it shouldn't need to be here. I'm just putting in both because it doesn't matter. There we go. What is this? How to determine the maximum number to pass to the J option? Can I copy this? Yes, I can. Wait, can I add a... I won't post it. No, I can't put that into the VM. Can I do it like this? No. Shit. Okay, that's not gonna work. Reminds me of how she ran RM-RF twice. Will it do it for the handy? No, I said... Okay, so, Jupiter, I said this earlier. If I screw up my install and when we get to the end of it, it doesn't work, I am going to just destroy the system. I'm going to RM-RF and just kill everything. If after like 2 months of effort, it doesn't work, it all goes down the drain. Because I think that'd be funny. Anyway. Most packages provide a test suite. The test suite for a newly built package is a good idea because it can provide a sanity check indicating that everything is compiled correctly. A test suite that passes its set of checks usually proves. I can't read. Proves. God damn. What does proves mean? What are you saying? What? Oh god, what are you guys making? This is getting so much worse. You're just trying to come up with the like most complex way to like set make flags, aren't you? Some test suites are built more important. Wait, some test suites are more important than others. For example, the test suite for the core toolchain packages GCC Binutils are of utmost importance due to their central role in properly functioning system. Just use the KISS package manager. What will NeoFetch display on LFS, by the way? I think if LFS, if NeoFetch can't work out what the distro is, it doesn't show up just Tux. Otherwise, I'll make it show WSL or Windows. A common issue with running the test suite for Binutils and GCC is running out of pseudo terminals. I didn't know that was what that stood for. Huh. Okay. I can tell it to show the Windows logo. This can result in a high number of failing tests. This may happen for several reasons, but the most likely cause is that the host system does not have the dependencies file system set up correctly. I will check how NeoFetch checks what the distro is, and I will make it say Windows. Sometimes package test suites will fail for reasons or macOS. Which one's better? Dependencies. Some of the packages test suites will fail, but where? Okay. Time to build. Wow, we have made a lot of progress. Wait, so this is 3. Where are we at? So we are currently here. We are here. Okay, I said we made a lot of progress. This does not look fun. What is this? What is this section right here? You know, this actually might not take anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to take. This might only take like 4 streams. Compile the Windows NT kernel. No, I know the source code for XP is out there, but I don't want to lose my channel. The hell? Oh, my mic. I spat on my mic at some point. Whatever. This part is provided into 3 stages. First, building a cross-compiler and its associated libraries. Yeah. Well, a lot of that is just make package, make package, make package. Like, it's not difficult. It's just a lot of stuff. Second, use this cross toolchain to build several utilities in a way that isolates them from the host system. Third, enter the chroot environment, which further improves host isolation, and build the remaining tools needed to build the final system. With this part begins the real work of building a new system. So we are 2 hours in, and we are doing the real work. Hi Brodie, thanks for the content you're doing. I was wondering if you made any video on the CLI browser I think you mean, wait, CLI, oh, you mean File Manager. Yes, that's the one I use. That's my main one. I've used it quite a bit. I've made like 4 videos on it, probably. How much RAM have you allocated to the VM? 16 gig? 16 gig sounds right. Which is probably more than some of you guys have on your entire system. 6 cores, 16 gig. Yeah, something like that. I can allocate 24, but I don't want to. We gave it 16. With this part begins the real work of building a new system. It requires much care, ensuring the instructions are followed exactly as the book shows them. You should try to understand what they do, and whatever your eagerness, whatever your eagerness to finish your build, you should refrain from blindly typing them as shown. What CPU? 3600X. But rather read documentation when there is something you do not understand. Also keep track of your typing and the output of commands by sending them to a file using the T utility. This helps for better diagnosing if something goes wrong. Fair point. I think if you look up Brodie Robertson LF, I might have like the top video on it. No, I think Luke might have the top video on it. I have like the second or something. I don't know. Did Luke do a video on it? Please tell me you're not doing what I think you're doing. You'll die. What do you think I'm doing? I want to know what you think I'm doing. The next section gives a technical introduction to build process while the following contains very important general instructions. Does that link work? I think I need to update some. There's still a. No, sorry. It's the toolbar link that doesn't work. That link should. Yeah. I need to update other parts on my website. LFS broke my brain, and I'm an arch dude. Well, it's fine. I thought you were gonna say, tell me you're not doing it on Ubuntu. Yeah. I haven't had anyone complain that I'm on Ubuntu just yet. They're just very confused about GNOME. This section explains some of the rationale and technical details behind the overall build method. It is not essential to immediately understand everything in this section. Most of this information will be clearer after performing an actual build. This section can be referred to at any time during the process. The overall goal of Chapter 5 and 6 is to produce a temporary area that contains a known good set of tools that can be isolated from the host system. Have you compiled your compiler yet? Not yet. We're about to do that, actually. Arch is user-friendly compared to LFS. Yeah, I'll give it that. The problem with LFS, like everything else in LFS we've seen, has been well documented. It's just the petition section that is really out of date that I've seen. Everything else is good. Like, honestly, there was a point there where I was like, do I just want to go look at the Arch documentation on setting up petitions? Because it will be better. Like, obviously Gen 2 is top better, but like, Arch documentation was better than what we had here. Luke Smith will probably make the FreeBSD from scratch tomorrow. Does Luke even use computers anymore? What does Luke do? I genuinely don't know. Besides make, like, politics videos and stuff. Just write libc yourself, you soy dev. That's a compelling argument. It's compelling, but I'm not going to do it. Let's see. Where are we at? By using chroot, the commands in the remaining chapters will be contained within that environment, ensuring a clean, trouble-free build of the target LFS system. The build process has been designed to minimize the risks for new readers, and to provide the most educational value at the same time. The build process is based on the process of cross-compilation. Cross-compilation is normally used for building a compiler and its toolchain for a machine different from the one that is used for the build. This is not strictly needed for LFS since the machine where the new system will run is the same as the one used for the build, but cross-compilation and the great advantage is that anything that is cross-compiled I can't say that anymore. God damn it. Cannot depend on the host environment. Honestly, I think it's better for Luke to not focus on the Linux stuff anyway. Like, the reason why I started my channel is because I want to do Luke's videos better. So I'm perfectly happy for him to stop doing them. No, keep doing it. No, I'm gonna... I can't take what I'm reading seriously. The GCC compiler. Did I hear you saying compiler? Yes, you did. Gotta make this fun somehow. About cross-compilation. Cross-compilation involves some concepts that deserve a section on their own. Although this section may be omitted in a first reading, it's strongly suggested to come back to it at later in order to get a full grasp of the build process. They're probably... Should I just go and make an extension that changes every com to coom? It'll probably be like 3 lines of JavaScript. Can I replace VS Code with Vim? You can if you want to. Yeah, don't you love it when people explain what Bitcoin is in 2020? That's always fun. Wait, when was the Luke video where he explained what Bitcoin is? Or like how Bitcoin works? Build is the machine where we build programs. Note that this machine is referred to as the host in other sections. Host is the machine / system where the build programs will run. Note that this use of host is not the same as in other sections. Have a nice day, everyone. Keep up the good work. Yes, I will try. Cock is a good plugin if you want to switch to Vim. That is true. Get yourself some good cock. Target is only used for compilers. It is the machine the compiler produces code for. It may be different from both build and host. As an example, let's imagine the following scenario, sometimes referred to as Canadian cross. We may have a compiler on a slow machine, but let's call the machine A and the compiler CCA. We may have also a fast machine B, but with no compiler, and we want to produce code for another slow machine C to build a compiler for machine C. May I know the package manager you're going to use? If it's not difficult to compile, I might just do Pac-Man, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if it's difficult to compile. Or for the memes, we'll do the KISS package manager, which will be kind of funny. Machine fast machine. Right. Okay. Just compiling my. I don't know if I should read that. I would be demonetized. Then all the other programs needed by machine C can be compiled using CC2 on the fast machine B. Note that unless B can run programs produced for C, there is no way to test the built program until C itself is running. For example, testing CCC. We may want a fourth stage. What is better to do, base, Arch, or Arco? Do you want to spend like 3 hours trying to work out how Arch works? Do Arch. Do you want to have a system that works in like, I don't know, half an hour? Do Arco. Why did you subject yourself to this though? There are safer forms of masochism. To show up a cat. That's why. I wanna beat the cat's time. In the example above, only CC2 and CC1 and CC2 are cross compilers. That is, they produce code for a different machine from the one they're on. The other compilers, CCA and CCC, produce code from the machine they're on. Such compilers called native compilers. Also, I've promised I'll do LFS for a while anyway. I've just been meaning to get around it. I get around to it. I've just been putting it off because I don't want to do it. Because I knew it would take a while. Implementation of cross-compilation for LFS. Almost all the build systems use names of the form CPU vendor kernel OS, referred to as the machine triplet. An astute reader may wonder why a triplet refers to a four-of-a-kind component name. The reason is history. Initially, 3 component names were enough to designate unambiguously a machine, but with new machines and systems appearing, that proved insufficient. The word triplet remained. A simple way to determine your machine triplet is to run the config.guess. That comes with the source for many packages. Unpack the Binutils sources and run the script .config.guess and note the output. For example, for a 32-bit Intel processor, the output will be i686 PC Linux GNU. On a 64-bit system, it will be x64 PC Linux GNU. I love this microphone. That probably sounded wonderful. Except my voice is, my voice is still my voice. Arch still kind of sucks. It's better than it was. Also be aware of the name of the platform's dynamic linker, often referred to as the dynamic loader, not to be confused with the standard linker LD. That is part of Binutils. The dynamic linker provided by glibc finds and loads the shared libraries needed by a program, prepares the program to run, and then runs it. The name of the dynamic linker for a 32-bit Intel machine will be ldlinux.so2. ldlinux-x64.so2 for 64-bit systems. A surefire way to determine the name of the dynamic linker is to inspect a random binary from the host system by using read elf-l name of binary, Python to grep interpreter, noting the output. We linking to my Discord? Why are we linking my Discord? What are we doing? Oh, you didn't know about my Discord. Fair enough. The authoritative reference covering all platforms is in the schlib versions file in the root of the glibc source tree. Brodie, can you put my name somewhere on the stream? So that everyone remembers me when while I'm going to sleep. Sure. Okay. Why not? Here we go. Okay, here you go. Here's your name. There you go. You got your name on the screen. You happy now? The authoritarian route. Yeah, I almost read it as authoritarian reference. In order to fake a cross-compilation, the name of the host triplet is slightly adjusted by changing the vendor field in the LFS target variable. We also use the with sysroot option when building the cross-linker and cross-compiler to tell them where to find the needed host files. This ensures that none of the other programs built in Chapter 6 can link to libraries on the build system. You should build LFS to use Pacman, exactly. I'm actually using... Bedrock's another one I want to do a stream for. Absolutely. You should use Red Star... does Red... Actually, I wonder if Red Star's compatible. Red Star might have some... It might actually be too outdated. It's certainly not safe to run, but it might actually be too outdated to do it. In the above table on PC, means the commands are run on a machine using the already installed environment. On LFS means commands are run in a chrooted environment. Now there is more about cross-compiling. The C language is not just a compiler. No, the C language is not a compiler. The C language is not just a compiler? What does that mean? Yeah, no, I dropped frames. Australian internet. It does that. This library must be compiled for the LFS machine. That is the cross-compiler CC1. But the compiler itself uses an internal library implementing complex instructions not available in Ensembler. Ensembler. Sure, we'll go with Ensembler. This internal library is called libgcc and must be linked to the glibc library to be fully functional. Furthermore, the standard library for C++, libstandard C++, how you doing, Prash, also needs to be linked to glibc. The solution to this chicken and egg problem is to first build a degraded CC1 based on libgcc, lacking some functionality such as threads and exception handling, then build glibc using this degraded compiler. Glibc itself is not degraded. Then build libstandard C++, but this last library will lack the same functionality as libgcc. Is it possible to build LFS inside a BSD distribution? No, because you need the Linux kernel. That's a dependency of LFS. But everything else, yes. It is just the Linux kernel that makes it a problem. This is not the end of the story. The conclusion of the preceding paragraph is that CC1 is unable to build a fully functional libstandard C++, but this is the only compiler available for building the C and C++ libraries during Stage 2. Of course, the compiler built during Stage 2, CC/LFS, would be able to build those libraries, but one, the build system of GCC does not know that it is usable on PC, and two, using it on PC would be a risk of linking to the PC libraries. Since CC/LFS is a native compiler, we have to build libstandard C++ later in chroot. I don't know why there is 75 people watching me just read. But hey, I appreciate it. Do you plan to do... You know, more content. If we don't break the system, yes. But I have a feeling we might break something along the way. The cross-compiler will be installed in a separate LFS tools directory since it will not be part of the final system. Binutils installed first because the configure runs of both GCC and glibc performs various tests on the assembler and linker to determine which software features to enable or disable. Linux installation ASMR. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
This is more important than one might first realize. An incorrectly configured GCC or glibc can result in a subtly broken toolchain where the impact of such breakage might not show up until near the end of the build of an entire distribution. A test suite failure will usually highlight this error before too much additional work is performed. Binutils installs its assembler and linker in 2 locations, LFS tools bin and LFS tools LFS target bin. The tools in one location are hard linked to the other. An important facet. How do you guys say that? I know there's like different correct ways to say it. Of the linker is its library search order. Detailed information can be obtained from LD by passing it the -- verbose flag. For example, LFS target -LD -- verbose pipe into grep search. I say, yeah, thank you. You're very useful. We'll illustrate the current flaccid. I'll say this flaccid from now on. Search will illustrate the current search paths and their order. It shows which files are linked by LD. Actually, we read that, didn't we? For example, LFS target GCC dummy.c -wl -verbose to whatever that says will show all the files successfully opened during the linking. I have a feeling like next time. It's actually not going to be this is my theory. There's going to be a lot of people here for the first episode and then realize they just wasted 3 hours of their life and not show up again for the next one. But maybe, I don't know. The next package installed is GCC. An example of what can be seen during its run of configure is checking what assembler to use, checking what linker to use. This is important for the reasons mentioned above. It also demonstrates that GCC's you underestimate our boredom. That's a good point. Right, but you're here looking for at some point to get a paycheck. I don't know why the rest of them are here. This is important for the reason mentioned above. It also demonstrates that GCC's configure script does not search the path directories to find which tools to use. However, during the actual operation of GCC itself, the same search paths are not necessarily used. To find out which send linker GCC will use, run LFS target GCC -print -prog -name equals LD. Sadly, I am not one of the top Twitch streamers that makes $3 million a year. But you know, a lot of big Twitch streamers don't pay their mods anyway, even though they make $3 million a year. Even though they really should. Detailed information can be obtained from GCC by passing it the -v command line option while compiling a dummy program. For example, GCC-v dummy.c will show detailed information about the preprocessor compilation and assembly stages, including GCC's included search paths and their order. Most of us are probably weeb trash, not like we have lives. That's a fair point. If I wasn't here, I would actually probably be playing Final Fantasy XIV. I've been playing it a lot recently. It's very good. Every chance I get to play games, I'll be playing Final Fantasy. I don't. It's a problem. But it's very fun. I like it. Next installed, sanitized Linux API headers. These allow for the standard C library glibc to interface with features that the Linux kernel will provide. I was trying to support you while I wait for laundry to finish. You're my favorite Linux YouTuber. I appreciate it. And that reminds me I have to do my washing. Teacher, the class is boring. When do we get to watch hentai on the new install part? It's been a while away. We're probably about 3 streams away from doing that. Yeah, it's a Saturday night. You know, this is a very exciting Saturday night, as you can see. I clearly go out and party a lot. I don't get the hype around Genshin. I haven't played Genshin. But yeah. I was considering it at one point, but then I realized I like my money and didn't play it. The next package installed is... Wait, did we read that? No, we didn't. I'm just listening, doing other stuff. I hope you are. I hope you're not sitting here and just listening to this. If you are, do something productive with your time. I don't know, mow your lawn or something. I don't know. I am Aussie. That's why it says ACDT in the top. I didn't just pick that time zone because I like it. The next package installed is glibc. The most important considerations for building glibc are the compiler, binary tools, and kernel headers. The compiler is generally not an issue since glibc will always use the compiler relating to the -- host parameter passed to its configure script. E.g. in our case, the compiler will be lfs _ target -gcc. The binary tools and kernel headers can be a bit more complicated. Therefore, take no risk and use the available configure switches to enforce the correct selections. After the run of configure, check the contents of the config.make file in the build directory for all the important details. Note the use of cc equals lfs target -gcc. The lfs target expander control which binary tools are used, and the use of the no standard ink and iSystem flags to control the compilers include search path. These items highlight an important aspect of glibc. It is very self-sufficient in terms of its build machinery and does not rely on toolchain defaults. Which is heavier, system D or GNU? Are we including all the optional GNU stuff? Gonna go have lunch? Have a good one. Enjoy your lunch. Let me know what you have when you get back, if you come back. I don't know. What are you having for lunch? Tell me. Or you can just leave. I don't know. What do you want to do? As said above, the standard C++ library is compiled next, followed in Chapter 6 by all the programs need themselves to be built. The install step of all these packages uses dest_dir variable to have the programs land in the LFS file system. I am really not going to be able to speak tomorrow. I've talked way too much tonight. You are really obsessed with me doing Clang, aren't you? I remember when I popped my LFS cherry, thought staring at a brick would be more fun. This is why we're streaming it, because I can talk to you guys. Which window manager? On this system right here? This is GNOME. The lightest of all the window managers. At the end of Chapter 6, the native LFS compiler is installed. First Binutils -pass2 is built with the same dest_dir install as the other programs when the second pass of GCC is constructed, omitting lib standard C++ and the other non-important libraries due to some weird logic in I love how they don't have a reason for it. I love how they don't explain the reason for it. They're just like, yeah, GCC is weird. It's like, sure, okay. I can respect that. I can respect that reasoning. What window manager will DE while I run on the LFS system? I'll let you guys decide if we ever get a working system. Have you seen the latest LTD WAN show? I have not. I usually watch clips. I usually, like, if I'm watching a live, like, there's very few, like, full streams I'll watch. Terminal only? Brodie. Yo, I like it. Anyway, due to some weird logic in GCC, due to GCC being shit, CC for target ends up as CC when the host is the same as the target, but is different from the build system. This is why CC for target, LFS target -GCC is put explicitly into the configure options. Are you going to try to game on it? We're so long away from that. If I can get... Look, if the system works, yes. Probably won't, though. But if it does, do I watch Trash Taste? I usually watch Trash Taste clips. Upon entering the chroot environment in Chapter 7, the first task is to install lib standard C++, then temporary installations of programs needed for the proper operation of the toolchain are performed. From this point onwards, the core toolchain is self-contained and self-hosted. Okay, so it's not until Chapter 7 that we have a fully self-operating system. When building packages, there are several assumptions made within the instructions. Several of the packages are patched before compilation, but only when the patch is needed to circumvent a problem. A patch is often needed in both this and the following chapters, but sometimes in only one location. Therefore, do not be concerned if instructions for a downloaded patch seem to be missing. Warning messages about offset or fuzz may also be encountered when applying a patch. Do not worry about these warnings, as the patch will still successfully be applied. Bro WM for bro. For Brodie. During the compilation of most packages, there will be several warnings that scroll by on the screen. These are normal and can be safely ignored. Well, no, this is because devs don't write their code properly and just ignore the warnings. These warnings are, as they appear, warnings about deprecated but not invalid. Yeah, exactly. They are bugs they just didn't fix. Use of C or C++ syntax. C changes fairly often, and some packages still use the older standard. This is not a problem, but does prompt the warning. One last time. Check our env. Yep. Dash. Yes, dash. SH is fastest. SH is just a symlink. Okay, so make sure the output shows the path to the LFS mount point, which is /mnt/LFS. Okay. Okay. Bash is the shell in use. SH is a... wait. Whatever. Sure. And... Yak is... We checked that earlier. We know that's fine. To re-emphasize the build process, place all the OKSH plus dash for the win. What is OKSH? Give me the deets on this shell. I don't know what this is. I've never heard of that one. Syslink dash to sh. Do that unless you want to do LFS. LFS needs bash. But on a normal system, do that. It's much better. To re-emphasize the build process. Linux nerds, that's why, exactly. That sums it up. That sums it all up. Place all the sources and patches in a directory that will be accessible from the true environment, such as /mnt/lfs/sources. Oh, we're in the home directory, of course. I was like, why can we not see it? cd into /mnt/lfs. Yep. Okay, it's there. Good. Sup? How you doing? I see we have more weebs in the chat, which is always good to see. ls-a better than ls-a. What is... I don't know the difference between those two actually is. Well, in this case, not showing a difference. What is -ls, Brodie? Oh, right. That hides the dots, of course. Yes. Using the tar program extract... Ew, weebs. Disgusting. I know. Screw the weebs. Okay, we're going to be doing... It says to extract stuff. We're going to be doing this one by one. We're not going to do all of this at once. LFS ASMR while drawing. Good luck. I'm probably going to... We're going to be stopping soon. I'm not... Unlike Cyan, I'm not doing a 10-hour stream for my first LFS episode. Miss with that weeb shit is what I would say if I wasn't a weeb. Exactly. We are the LFS user. Yep. Change to the directory when the package where the package is extracted. Follow the book's instructions for building the package. Change back to the source directory. Delete the extracted source unless otherwise instructed. Okay, we are. It's time to start the compilation. I used to be a weeb. Have you seen your profile picture on Discord? 7 days stream without sleep. As long as I can get some cheeky chicken nuggets. Why not 10 hours is short? Because 10 hours from now would be like 5 in the morning. 6 in the morning? 6 in the morning. Wait, if we're going for 3 hours, yeah, it'll be like 6 in the morning. Because we've already been going for 3 hours. Yeah. Don't worry, Runson, I'm a weeb as I speak. I couldn't tell Rance. I couldn't tell Jupiter. It is a weekend. It is, but I want to do other things tomorrow, like not install Linux. This chapter shows how to build a cross-compiler and its associated tools. Although here cross-compilation is faked, the principles are the same as for a real cross toolchain. Until we have a kernel, we can't stop. Well, technically, we're going to compile the kernel. Wait. Oh, sorry, we're doing kernel headers. Sorry. Okay, we're not doing kernel just yet. 9 a.m. for you. Oh, that sounds nice. The programs compiled in this chapter will be installed under the LFS tools directory to keep them separate from the files installed in the following chapters. The libraries, on the other hand, are installed into their final place since they pertain to the system we want to build. Okie dokie. Is Brodie POSIX compliant though? It can be whatever you want it to be. You're a weeb and a Linux user. We know you don't have a life, so do 10 hours. Right, but the problem with that is, like, I need to... Like, you can't just do a 10-hour stream. You need to prepare that shit. Like, you gotta get, like, food and all that stuff set up. Otherwise, you will die. And you don't want to be... Actually, no, knowing you guys, you probably don't want me to die on stream. Okay, so... I don't remember how to use the... How do we Wait, what are they? Wait, CD into sources? LS. What do we... So first one is Binutils. Where is it? How do we what's the command on tar or tar xz? I'm gonna go search for it. Untar tar.xxz. I never remember the options that we need. Extracting tar xz file. Yes. Tar that. Don't tar that one. Thank you. We'll keep that page open. We'll probably need it again. CD into the bin utils. Yes. RM-RF is the command you're looking for. I'm sure it is. Like you just throw all of you don't even know what it does. You just throw options on there. Will you do a HiQOS stream? A haiku stream and a HiQOS stream would be very different things. Sure. Why not? Build a CD into the build a directory. Should have used unzip. I don't have unzip installed in this system. Can you control L? It hurts my eyes. What the hell does control L do? Control L selects the... What are you talking about? Why are we linking my Kitsu? What are we doing? Why are we doing this, Ronson? What is stopping you from making a 32-bit redstone computer? Time. Okay, so .config. Okay, so what are we doing? This tells the... Because we... Fair enough. Okay. He is subverting you. Oh, you want me to clear all this? Oh, I thought you meant... Oh, okay. I thought you were, like, telling me to do something on the browser. Oh, okay. That's what you're complaining. I thought it was another person complaining about light mode. This tells the config script to prepare to install the Binutils in the LFS tools directory. 24-hour LFS stream when? When I'm 16 again, because I don't want to do a 24-hour stream. Just alias C to clear. Yeah, that's an option. Let's see. With sysroot LFS, for cross-compilation, this tells the build system to look in the LFS for the target system libraries as needed. -- target, LFS target, that's going to be set to x86. Oh, my neck. Ow. Because the machine description in the LFS target variable is slightly different than the variable returned by config.guest script, this switch will tell the config script to adjust Binutils build system for building a cross-linker. Disable NLS. This disables internationalization as I18N is not needed for the temporary tools. And disable W error. This prevents the build system from stopping in the event there are warnings from the host compiler. Okay, let's. But we've configured. You better not be making an FHS distro. What does that mean? No, I know. Yes. Yeah. That's a fork bomb. It's a very basic fork bomb, but it's a fork bomb nonetheless. Well, yeah, we're doing it's Binutils. Of course, Binutils has a fork bomb. What? It has a fork. Has a make file. Binutils is not a fork bomb. Forget what I'm saying. It has a make file, not a fork bomb. Jesus Christ. Well, we be compiling. How you guys doing? A distro that follows the FHS. What in the world is FHS? What does that mean? Next up, LFS on Windows. If we go... no, we need... As I said, we need the... We could do it in WSL. We could do WSL. Like, that is a possibility. Yo, how you doing, man? Hi, Brodie. Hey, so you finally got into LFS. Nice one. Yeah, because I thought it'd be good content. And what is a fork bomb? A fork bomb basically. So I presume you understand that when you like start up a new program on a Unix-based system, it will fork a process. Like it'll fork that process to create a new process. So the other process becomes its parent. A fork bomb basically is when you keep spawning those processes until the system just gives up, basically. Until it dies. Cool. So now if we do an LFS/tools. Wait. Give me 1 second. CD into / LFS/tools. the... Wait, where did I just go? CD into that one. Just go into a place that doesn't exist. And we should... Yeah, they have protections against that for the most part now. How to keep laptop temp down? It goes to 80. That might be fine depending on what you're using. Okay, I think we are good there then. I think we got everything. We got that first one set up. Yeah, depending on your system, it might actually just kill your system. Like it's fine if you restart, but like, yeah. Do you have a time for a SBU? I didn't pay attention actually. It was like maybe like a minute and a half or so, maybe 2 minutes. Details in the packet are located in that one. Contents of that. Okay, let's see. Huh. I am a kid. I can tell. Is that a Harry Potter profile picture? I heard dipping it in water keeps it cool. It might help. Wait. We should probably... Is it going... It wanted us to... Yeah, delete the extracted source. RM dash. Yeah, that one. There we go. I'm guessing we apply that patch later. It's fine now. Yeah, it doesn't say anything else about it. I thought you'd still be petitioning the disk. No, we decided on something, and we're gonna see if it breaks. Okay, GCC requires the GMP, MPFR, and MPC packages. As these packages may not be included in your host distribution, they will be built with GCC. Unpack each package into the GCC source directory, and rename the resulting directory so the GCC build procedures will automatically use them. There are frequent misunderstandings about this chapter. The procedures are the same as every other chapter as explained earlier. First, extract the GCC table from the sources directory, and then change to the directory created. Oh, okay, that's what it means. Wait, NPC? NPC, is that the same? That can't be this. That's not the same NPC, is it? Is there just two programs called NPC? Wait, are we in the wrong directory? Oh, I didn't. I was supposed to uncompress that one first. Tar dash x. Wait, what was it? xf gcc. That one, yes. Yeah, I didn't read that. It's not the same NPC. Remember, LFS means Luke from scratch. That's a fair point. Oh. G. Wait, not G. LS. Then what is? Wait. Ah, okay. Luke Smith OS when? Yes. Brodie's mid-to-long memory is basically non-existent. XF is not that hard to remember. Yeah, well, this is why I struggle with learning Japanese. On x86 64 host, that's what we're on. Set the default directory name for the 64-bit libraries to lib. Set it to the libs. Okay. We're doing a macdir, and we're cding into the build. FX faster to remember. It is one less symbol. Yes, that is true. Not the one that I'm using because they look very similar. You know, someone is, Luke is going to eventually meme someone into making him making him an OS for free like he did with the website. Hey, he didn't make it for free. He paid him in exposure. while memeing about how paying people in exposure is a bad thing. That is a lot of options. Compile your own font. You don't even fucking compile a font. Just download it. Just download the damn font. Exposure intern. Hey, look, that's getting paid more than a regular intern, to be honest. Like, a lot of people just do, like, free internships. With glibc version 2.11, this option ensures the package will be compatible with the host version of glibc. It is set to the minimum glibc, so glibc, not glibcc, glibc requirement specified in host systems requirement. With new lib, since a working C library is not yet available, this ensures that the inhibit libc constant is defined when building libs GCC. This prevents the compiling of any code that requires libc support. Is he making his own distro? I thought he was making just an Arch-based distro. Like he was just making custom ISO. Without headers. When creating a complete cross-compiler, GCC requires standard headers compatible with the target system. For our general purposes, these headers will not be needed. This which prevents GCC from looking for them. Enable init-fini array. Init-fini? No, I'm not. Actually, it does say init-fini. This switch forces the use of some internal data structures that are needed but cannot be detected when building a cross-compiler. Disable shared. This switch forces GCC. You're basically using the host system's native compiler GCC to cross-compile a cross-compilation toolchain GCC that will cross-compile a native chroot where you'll build your final compiler GCC. Yes, basically that sounds about that sounds about right. Disable shared. This switch forces GCC to link its internal library statically. We need this because the shared libraries required glibc, which is not yet installed on the target system. Disable multilib. On x86-64, LFS does not support a multilib configuration. This switch is harmless for x86. Then disable all of these things. These switches disable support for the decimal floating point extension, threading, libatomic, libgomp, libquadmath, libssp, libvtv, and C++ standard library, respectively. These features will fail to compile when building a cross-compiler and are not necessary for the task of cross-compiling the temporary libc. Enable languages C, C++. This option ensures that only the C and C++ compilers built. These are the only languages needed for now. Okay. Make. Let's go. I reckon this is probably gonna be the last one we do. We've just passed the 3-hour mark. So we'll probably finish up this section and because what do we have next? We have we've got Linux API, glibc, and then libstandard C++. I think we'll deal with the rest of this stuff next time. DT is making his custom Arch repos on GitLab. I did hear about that, yeah. I actually think that's really cool. I do like the idea of actually, like, you know, looking at how to do repos. Like, that's something that a lot of people just haven't really considered. Go play chess? I could do that, couldn't I? Go play Final Fantasy 14, actually. Just go, I'll just grind out some quests. Actually, I just unlocked the ability to do job switching. So now I can do the crafting jobs, which is fun. Because adding a crafting system to a game is always going to make me want to play that game more. That's not a joke. I played RuneScape for 7 years. 7 goddamn years. So, like, that actually just makes me want to play the game more. Like, oh yeah, combat? Nah, man. I want to just sit here and, like, craft a fucking an iron ingot. Screw combat. Arch repos are easy. Are they? The way that my brain is thinking about it is it's basically, is it just like a bunch of like binaries sitting in a repo? Is that all it basically is? Maybe there's some software we need to run to make it so like they're easy to see. Seems like you played RuneScape as much as I played TF2. Maybe. How the hell did you send a blank message? Craft some leather. Yeah, man. You know where's that. In real life. It'll take 15 to 20 minutes. And Crafter and Distro. Oh, yeah, probably will, won't it? Maybe I'll sleep for 15 to 20 minutes. How are you people sending blank messages? I don't understand this. Try integrating Pac-Man into your LFS build. That's still a very long while away. But if we manage to get a working system, why the hell not? Actually, while that's going, I want to have a look at a bit of a look ahead in what else we have left to do in our LFS. So once we finish the cross-compiler toolchain, then we'll be cross-compiling the temporary tools, and then then we'll be entering to root and building the additional temporary tools. Right, so all of this here is just building our temporary environment so that we can then build our real environment. SAO was the most popular anime of the decade. Wanna die yet? No, I like SAO. SAO is a very good series. I unironically like SAO. So it seems like the entirety of next week's stream is just going to be compiling code. So that's all going to be compiling code next week. Why not compile the files and then move them to the new system? Because we're not actually compiling a full... Actually, don't know. No, actually, it's a good point. I don't know why. SA was cringe, bro. More chess then. Absolutely. Well, I'll have to do something. Like, I'm not going to just sit here for literally just compiling code for 3 hours. Because that's what this is going to be. Gotta go now. Enjoy whatever you need to do. Then there's some system configuration, setting up system v. Okay, setting up sysv boot. Sure. Making LFS bootable, creating the etcfs tab. Man, I have a feeling this system's not gonna work. Using grub to set up the boot process. The bash shell startup files. This might be the least complex part of the entire thing. Brodie drawing stream when? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, speaking of drawing streams, I actually got a cover for my drawing tablet. Here you go. Got a cover for it. It's adorable. I love it. I've not shown this on stream yet. I really do like that picture, and I wanted to get a cover using that picture. Feel free to send that to Cyan if you want to. Can't you just relink them later? That's thanks to the LFS approach. LFS takes to build. That's amazing. See LFS better than LFS. Yeah, so it seems like after we compiled stuff, basically there's not really much else we need to do. It's just compiling stuff and then setting up the Linux system itself. Like, this part here is basically just Arch. Like, this is just Arch right here. With a bit more complex stuff. I actually ate kangaroo last week. It was really good. Kangaroo is delicious. I love kangaroo. Where is the artwork from? Cyan actually got that commissioned before we did the podcast together. Because she's a crazy person and just gets art commissioned all the time. So yeah, she got that commissioned for the podcast we did together, and I really liked the picture. So I as I said, I got the cover. I got the cover. I went to Foxbox, got this made, and now I have this. Is LFS worth any use case, or is it more of just a hobby? I'm gonna say hobby. It's a boring hobby, but it's a hobby. I guess if you want to put the effort in and actually build like an actual distro, you could. It's just not the best plan. Just if you want to, like, look, if you want to just do it, just use Gentoo. Use Gentoo. It'll be better for you. You'll waste much less time. Can you script your LFS install like you can with Arch? Well, yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't. You could, like, all you're doing with LFS is just running a bunch of commands. So, like, you could very easily automate LFS and just have everything set up. It would just be like a long ass process. It would be basically like doing Gentoo from stage 1. Actually, no, that's a good example. Doing LFS like that is like doing Gentoo from stage 1. You shouldn't do it, but you can. Did someone say rabbit PTSD flashbacks? What about... I don't know what you're talking about. Is kangaroo better than rabbit? I have not had rabbit, so I cannot tell you. install Arch the LFS way. Well, no, you couldn't do that with Arch because Arch, the entire thing is about, it's a binary-based distro, so like it doesn't work like that. I guess you get to compile Pac-Man if you wanted to, if you're a crazy person. LFS Pac-Man exists, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? How make BSD from scratch? How make BSD from scratch? Okay, I guess there is a building a free BSD desktop from scratch. Are you using, yeah, I've got it in my build options. My what? That was almost TOS. I just see Linux from scratch. I've just joined, but I'm already happy. We've actually made a lot of progress today. We've got through like 4.5 chapters, about 4.5 chapters. So we'll be done in pretty good time, actually. Isn't LFS just late stage? Yes, pretty much. It's this is like end game Linux. This is when you realize you have no friends and you don't want friends. Oh wait, we're done. Oh shit. I didn't even notice. When did we finish? Wait, how long ago did this happen? I just didn't notice. Okay, so what were the distros, the folders that we made that we didn't need? Wait. Oh wait, no, we put them all in there. Okay, right. It'll put them all in that folder. rm-rf gcc. Cool. This means LFS is perfect for me. BSD from scratch doesn't make sense because it is a full operating system that comes with everything you need to build more programs. BSD are not distributions. Did you make install? Oh. Wait, did we just wait? You know what? We're ending it there. Oh no. No, we didn't do that, did we? I just ran. Okay, that's next time then. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, that's a good place to start next time then. God damn it. I forgot where we were at. It took too long and I forgot. Cyan moment. I do like it when I have a timer and the timer keeps going up. Oh, it's going down. Cool. Seriously, LFS isn't worth it. The learning experience, just stick with Gen 2. If you want a system that actually does something productive, yes. If you want to live stream it and make money off of it, both of them are pretty good, to be honest. Nice wallpaper, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. What? This is his hair doing. What's his hair doing? Whoa, mate. Anyway, because we just wasted the past 20 minutes, I could have ended the stream 20 minutes ago. So next time we will recompile GCC because I deleted it. Yes, there's DT right here. If you have a 3990X, then LFS wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, DT should go and do it. He's a thread ripper. DT will be done in a single stream probably. What happened? I was away. We got to 3.5 hours and I want to go to bed. That's what happened. We got halfway through chapter 5 and we'll pick up from there next time. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of the support we got on the LFS stream. Next week we'll be doing another one. Then the week after that, we won't be because I'll be taking a break off of streaming. I'm taking like all my streams off that week. But next week we are doing LFS. So be sure to pop in next time for that one. And I don't know, hang out or something. Whatever you want to do. Thank you once again to the super we got before. I'll find the guy's name again. Super. Where's my super chatto? Super chatto. No, there he is. From Sheikh Shakil Akhtar. Here's the 4 months of wasting time. It's actually not going to be 4 months. Bye, Brodie. I'm going to do my homework now. You didn't just sit here for 3 hours just not doing your homework, did you? Next week we learn a dingo stole his LFS. Yeah, I won't delete the drive. I hope. Go touch grass? Yes, do that. I'm going to go to bed. Or... yeah, probably go to bed. I don't know. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to go. So, peace out. Enjoy whatever you're going to do. I'll play my outro. Boom, 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 boom. Ba, 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 da. Oh, gaming channel, more Bloodborne and more Kingdom Hearts. Podcast, we have Tech Hut. That will be out on Thursday. Get excited for that one. And yeah, Tech Hut's an awesome dude. So, does that, wait, what was that? What happened? I got a, what was that notification? Was that a follow? What was that? I don't know what that was. Oh, it was a member. Yo, thank you for the member. Welcome, Mr. Fluffy, to the membership. I appreciate it. That's a good place to end it. I'm out. See you later, boys.
Astro, don't tell them our secret. They're supposed to all go and install LFS now. We're supposed to get all this information for the feds. Don't tell them.